It's all bollocks, mate.
Panels packed with mystery men, talking circles again and again. Perspective density, do your own research. Meanwhile, somebody's eating crisps in a t-shirt. Spooky soundtrack creeping in like a low-budget horror film. But every claim falls right apart the moment someone asks, "Where's your map?" Cue the music, cue the chaos, cue somebody yelling over everyone else. Right, hold on. 2 points of rotation. No, let him answer. Freddy, shut the fuck up a minute! Explain sunsets. Sunday Night Raw. The chaos never stops. Every claim gets body slammed from the top. Sunday Night Raw. Everybody talks so fast, but at the end of the day, though, it's all bollocks, innit? Sunday Night Raw. Sunday Night Raw.
And now, from the mean streets of Essex, England, this is Whatcast.
Hello, welcome. This is Matt, and this is Whatcast Sunday Night Raw. We're back. Well, we've never been away, really. I went away last Monday first thing. Monday just gone, first thing, and I came back about 2 hours ago. So I've had a week away, and it's been weird not doing this. I've been doing this almost non-stop for like years, couple of years probably. But yeah, welcome. Let's see who's here, shall we, before we crack on with the usual bollocks that we all do here on a Sunday afternoon. Everyone keeps saying, it's Sunday afternoon here. It's night here. And here's the only time. This is GMT, Greenwich Mean Time. This is what the time actually is in the world, right? Real Cygnus, how we doing? Shazza, hello. And Roby. Daryl, Calder. And just thinking, Big Fish. That everybody that's speaking. Calder done it all done. Cygnus, Slow Mo, hello. Frederick with the sex. How we doing? Justin. Holy hand grenade, sorry, fucking Holly. Paint Slayer, Slayer of Paint. Stanley, Brandon, and Jeebus, Spin, Dan, Rebecca, how we doing? Dave and David. I think that's everyone. And did I miss anybody? I'm not sure. All right. Boss the God's billionaire Jim. You're late. It's Cleavage K. I noticed the other day, right? Someone pointed out to me that I have a page on. By the way, this shaking has got fuck all to do with me. Someone said to me the other day, "Are you bashing one out on your lives?" My camera is just there. Right, so I've got fans knocking around, and every time I touch the side, it wobbles around a bit, right? I've got fans here, and that's what's doing it. So, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah. On Flurf Wiki, someone's done me a page. I'm now on there. But the weirder than that, right, is that Billionaire Jim also has a page. Right? Billionaire Jim, you have a page on Flurf Wiki. Jim Daniels, right? With your man of nicknames. You do. So I thought that was a bit strange. Someone pointed all of this out to me the other day. I had no idea. I don't know. Yeah, you're on there, Jim. You're on there, a big page about how you're known for your generosity. But I'm going to have to go on and change it because you ain't give me a fucking penny yet today, and I've been on all of 1 minute. So generous my ass. So today I'm going to be talking. I'm not going to be talking. We're going to try and get to the super chat goal, right? We're on 0 out of 10 at the minute. Obviously, the usual memberships count, super chats count, and buy me a coffees count, all that sort of bollocks, right? So today we're going to be talking about Tron. I got Tron. I stopped it last week. It was about to hit some flurf on flurf action. Tron and the rest of his posse versus one other flat earther that they obviously have to gang up on someone, right? And this is what they was going to do. So I had to stop it because I ran out of time last week because other shit happened. By the way, I've seen that I've also been, not just that, there's quite a lot of bollocks going on at the moment. I've seen that I've also been put forward for a debate on modern day debates. Me and Dan, unfornicated, versus Angels of Shite and Solly. I don't think I'd handicap Dan like that. Hold on a second. Let me just find the page that I need. That one. All right. Yeah. And then someone else has messaged me saying that that Solly and Shite have agreed to a debate 2-on-2 against whoever this other guy was on TikTok. And I said, I know. Surely these people don't mean me. Like I am great at talking shit and pissing people off. But if you want to, I can't be in a debate where a flat earther is allowed to present a case in a serious way and be listened to uninterrupted for fucking 10 minutes. Why on earth would I agree to that? I've got to sit there and listen to some bollocks about Mickelson Morley for fucking 10 minutes before I get a chance to say, Angels are shite, you're fat. I ain't doing that. Right? It's not fun for me. Solly's got Globy, hasn't he? Solly has obviously saved up, got his hotel room for the next debate. He's got Globy McGlobe face in a couple of days' time on the fucking, what's it called? Modern day. Ancient day debate. Right. I ain't seen what's his face in there yet. The Wayne of Dick. Oh, before I get to this Tron bollocks, got to do my usual thingy, haven't I? Flat Earth. Let's see if anyone answers the challenge today. The Flurf Open Challenge. Let's do it. Copy the link, stick it in the chat, and paste it. And Flurfs. Click here. None of them will. Let's pin that. Message pinned. And let's listen to what this Tron has got. So this bloke here, this bloke isn't a flat earther, but he's about to ask Tron about NASA, and they love that, don't they? Why have I pinned the wrong thing? Jim Daniels is in the chat. I've pinned that. Right, that's not what I was trying to pin. That was another bollocks. So you can see that I've been away for a week. Replace pinned message. That's the one I want. All right. Yes, Billionaire Jim was in the chat anyway.
You seem to think, I'm guessing, that all the, like, NASA and going to the moon is all like a conspiracy, a fraud. Is that correct?
No conspiracies. I believe most people that work at NASA are honest people that believe in the work that they're doing. They're not lying to anybody or anything like that. The top tier absolutely are. And I can prove it to you. But that's a whole other conversation, but most people are not in on any kind of lies or anything like that. Like with the theory of special relativity from Einstein in 1905, when he put it out, nobody believed in it. Nobody accepted it. Over the years, as they began to pass it around,
Violated by gas!
After decades.
Hello? Unranked
misinformation or
unranked
things can
Chevron.
just become the truth because they're just
who is unranked Chevron? I don't know what's going on there. Shut up, Tron, you square-faced prick. I got to read this out, right? Some unranked Chevron. Don't know, right? Bought a beer. Did you see any of that Candace Owens? No, I did not see that. I thought Candace Owens argued a lot like a flat earther. She has got flat Earth. I think she's on the fence with flat Earth, regardless of evidence. Which is to be a flat earther, you kind of have to ignore evidence, don't you? But you get so distrusting of government that I kind of know what they mean. Like government can be a bit untrustworthy, let's say, but the Earth ain't flat. Let's be real, right? Jim's a fluff. What the fuck's going on? I'm not keeping up with the chat here. I'm Ranked Chevron. I thought I'd seen your name before. I appreciate the beer. Thanks, Unranked Chevron. What's an unranked chevron? I don't even know what that is. Tron is a problem. Tron's a cunt. Tron's actually COTW without even trying.
It's just people think something is true because they've never actually looked at it. And I think that's what's happened when it comes to the shape of the earth. I mean, I was taught the same stuff that you were probably taught. The exact same stuff, dude. Everything. I know I was. But
origin story from Tron, possibly. Ah, God damn it, I was just like you. I went to the same indoctrination camps that you went to. And I was just like you, and then I woke up. And I started to figure this shit out. And I decided that no way I'm moving. Ain't no way I'm spinning at 1,000 mile an hour. Ain't no way we're going around the sun at 6 trillion mile an hour. Ain't no way I'd feel something. No, you wouldn't, Tron.
Yeah, I never thought twice about it, but I was also never presented with anything else.
You're out of interest. What I don't know what the fuck. Look at the gifts that Tron gets as well. That pisses me off. What was Candice and Wilson arguing about, by the way? I don't even know. I thought they kind of agreed on quite a lot of stuff.
Well, how about the recent? How about the recent trip around the moon by Artemis?
It's all horse. It's all horse crap, dude. It's all garbage. It was worse than the Apollo 11 original footage from 1969. It was awful, man, and it doesn't prove anything. It was terrible. It was terrible. You know, two of those people were.
It's just a horse crap, is what it is. Hold on a second here. I just saw a super chat come rolling in here from the Panties of Whale. Hello, mate. Take money, you hooker. That's me. Just call me the Hookmeister.
Actually, known actors on that flight. How does that work?
Known actors.
Yes. How does it go when you're an actor, and then you just shift to
Tron just saw an online conspiracy and just believed it without question.
Being an astronaut? That's pretty weird. No, they really were. There was two known actors, and one of the women. Forget the name of the movie that they were in. They were in a couple of movies, so it's just a little suspect. But we didn't go to the moon. We can't go today because we couldn't go 57 years ago. You know.
Well, that's a bollock statement, and even if that was true, even if we didn't go 57 years ago, what does that mean? Why is there evidence for not being able to go today? That doesn't make any sense, does it? There, Tron. I couldn't. When cars were first around, you couldn't start them without winding them up at the front. Now you can with a button. All right. Things change, Tron. The on of Tr.
Well,
it's all fake.
President Trump seems to think they went.
Well, who cares? Well, President Trump, I mean,
President Trump goes against Tron there, so Tron doesn't care. He'll quote Trump on everything else, but not this. Henroby here with the one. Hang on a minute, with the €1. Fuck's sake, it's got to get this soundboard back into action. The €1.
5 times.
5 times. Yes, the unique origin story of only every flat earther ever. I once was a global like you that took an arrow to the knee. Spot on. That is the origin story. Tron has never made a statement of any value. Nope. Tron's a waste of skin.
He's just as ignorant as the rest of us, you know?
He's just as what?
As ignorant as the rest of people, as the rest of us are in these things, you know? I don't expect him to know anything.
Trump's just as ignorant as the rest of us.
So, using the scientific method, how do you get past all the conspiracy?
By using the scientific method.
So Tron uses the scientific method, but every scientist in the world disagrees with Tron. Square that circle, Tron.
Exactly like you're saying. For instance, water at rest seeks its level. That's a scientific fact. Water at rest seeks its level.
Water's never at rest and it doesn't seek anything, you fucking square-faced cunt.
That has nothing to do with heliocentricity.
It has everything to do with
Brandon, I think today is the best day to gift some memberships. That's what I think.
flat Earth.
I've had a barren week. I've been gone all week. I've been away spending money, not making it.
So
Now, hold on, brother. If you want to talk, no,
Woohoo!
heliocentricity.
Speaking of wedge, look at billionaire. Well, Matt, reckon up it. Hang on, I'll put this on the screen here. And what did we agree? Did we agree with Fox Pong for every time Billionaire Jim is tremendously generous, right? Yeah, he gets the Fox Pong, doesn't he? Everyone seems to love that. Let's read this out from the Billionaire of Jim. Yeah. Billionaire Jim for $50. Well, Matt, reckon I've been outed as a gulp fluff. Best be moving on. Do not move on, Billionaire Jim. Billionaire Jim, you're the only person in the world ever that's ever got. And I think this is unfair. I think this is a little bit unfair on Brandon, by the way, because Brandon is he is fucking generous to me, at least, right? But Billionaire Jim, you're the only person that's had a web page written on you due to your generosity. You are known for your generosity, right? No one else, I don't think anyone else has got a page on the internet simply because they're generous. That's Billionaire Jim for you. That is the man. Brandon is also incredibly fucking generous. Kango is incredibly fucking generous. There's quite a lot of very generous. JD is a generous man, wherever the fuck he is today. Hang on. I wonder what is
you can't words a sentence.
Oh, I forgot what that one was. Sorry. That's an irrelevant sound clip that I used to use. Appreciate you, Billionaire.
Earth motion has everything to do with heliocentricity, okay? That's why I questioned you on the foundational, one of the foundations for heliocentric model is the Earth in motion. Okay, and you didn't have any information, and I got plenty of information.
does the Earth rotate, do you think?
No, it's been proven scientifically to not be moving at all. It's not moving.
Where's the sun?
In the sky.
No,
God. Good answer, Tron. Good answer. Where's the sun? In the sky. This prick is live now. I suspect foul play from these TikTok flappers. They know that I generally go live on a Sunday night, and so they go live to take the audience. Double up on the Fox Pone. This is the sex. You've got to do Fox sex. You got to do that. It's also not just the Fox. It is
5 times! 5 times!
5 times the 10 sex for the Fox Pone there. Appreciate you, Frederick F. It just does F now because it knows I'm illiterate and can't say his surname, so it doesn't even try and make me attempt it. Fuck me! Everyone's generous except CMS. This is a generous evening. I'm glad I come home almost now. I was in the beautiful scenery of Yorkshire here in the UK. And I've come back to the shitty mean streets of Essex, all right, which is fucking shit out there. Absolute good internet round here, though. Right, that's the only thing they got going for them. CMS, would you like some Fox Pong? CMS for the €10. Fuck me, everyone's generous except for poor old CMS. CMS is a very generous guy and makes very good content as well. And people should be more generous towards CMS. But CMS, you need to, you've got to put out a video, at least a video a day to get the generosity. Dawn's in the chat. Hello, Dawn. Dawn, is anything funny happened this week that I could cover today if I don't get up there? Sounds like Caleb's running away from Oakley. It does a bit. What else was I going to read out there? I don't know what I was going to read out there. I can't remember. Let's just go back to Tron.
Where do you think the sun How far away is the sun?
It's not going to. I don't care. That's a deflection.
I don't
That's not
care.
gonna help you. The question was to me that I asked you.
He lives. What does SpongeBob live in? Something under the sea? Oh, fuck knows. But that's where Tron lives because he's got a square head.
And I've been very nice and tried to hand you an olive branch because you clearly don't know what you're talking about. I said, can you offer me any information? Can you prove that your Earth is orbiting a sun? Because I can prove to you scientifically that we are not orbiting the sun. And I gave you a couple of reference points to go look up. I got.
No, Tron, you just gave the same old bollocks about the Mickelson Morley. And when he just say Dawn in the chat here, tried to actually debate him about that, and he weren't having none of it. He wasn't interested at all in talking to Dawn. All these people, they see Dawn on there, and they think, young bird, right, she'd be piss easy to debate. And then they realise she's not piss easy to debate and knows more than them. And then they just fucking run off and start talking shit about her. Or in Tron's case, not letting her respond to his points while calling her young and foolish.
25 more. Okay, but these are just
I'm very interested.
I guess anyone's young and foolish versus Tron, aren't they? Tron's got a signed copy of the Bible. Tron is like the oldest man on TikTok.
I'm very interested to see how you guys come to your conclusions. It's very interesting.
Go look at the science. I need you to know a little bit about the science so that we can have a conversation. I mean, with all due respect.
Here's something I know about science.
What do you know about Mickelson and Morley? What do you know about Albert Mickelson?
Oh, I was going to tell you something else then, Tron, but you're not interested, though. You just want to stick to the one thing that you pretend you know about.
You don't know anything
I
about
don't know
it.
anything about it.
Then you got to go look it up. You're going to have to study it. I've looked at it for years. Mickelson tried to measure. They were trying.
Tron goes out on the pole down the pub.
Hello, ladies. Hello, ladies.
Actually, that sounds more like Phil Britt, the guy the other day that was taking his top off, showing his abs and shit, right, with the black teeth. That would sound more like him.
Trying to measure the velocity of the Earth relative to the ether, and they couldn't find any velocity of the Earth, so they couldn't even get into the ether question. They measured nothing.
Look at Tron's face, though. Like, I don't want to be, it's not. If you know anything about this channel, you know I don't like making fun of how people look, right? But on this occasion, I will make an exception. Tron's face has more craters than the moon. Look at the shadows in Tron's craters on his cheesy face. His square, cheesy face. You can tell that Tron's face is not self-lit because there are shadows in his craters.
Do you think there's ether?
Albert Mickelson believed in ether, so did Morley. Even after the experiment, they believed.
Oh, Mickelson and Morley. What shape did they think the Earth was, Tron? If we're going to use them as evidence.
Believed in ether, yes, absolutely. I think there is one, yes.
Wouldn't the scientists say that here's the information that proves them wrong?
Well, here's the thing. Which scientists have proved Mickelson wrong?
Well, I don't know about that, but you're talking about
Me.
1881? That's
Dude, nothing
back.
has changed, but the results are always the same, even up to modern times. It's exactly the same. That's why you need to do a little bit of investigation. You'll find.
He nearly said research then, and he realised that everyone laughs at him when they say research. So he said, you've got to do a little bit of investigation.
Yeah, we are right. Here's another thing. There are modern day geocentric and scientists.
By the way, Flat Earth is in the chat. I know you're all silent, even though you're sitting there like bitches. There is a link for you to click. It says Fluffs, click here. And it is an opportunity to come up onto this live right now and prove the Flat Earth. So far, 0 Flat Earthers have clicked that link. It goes up every Sunday for at least 2 hours. Well, at least an hour. Because I have to take it down for the second hour because I usually go flurf fishing. And my computer's fucking shit and can't handle it all at once. Not in the summer anyway. Maybe in the autumn. Or what do you call it over there? Fall!
Physicists that are not flat earthers, okay, that see it the exact same they see it the exact same way as we do. So this is not like just a flat earth thing. This is a scientific thing.
So you're saying you couldn't possibly be wrong about this?
I'm saying we are not wrong about it based on the science.
Again, there are no scientists that back Tron up whatsoever. Every scientist in the world thinks Tron is a square-faced cunt. And none of them take him seriously, especially with a ridiculous fucking hat that says tinfoil on it, that he hasn't got the fucking sense to unmirror his camera to make it read
Violated by
correctly.
gas!
You ruined me! I was trying to be... I'm never ever gonna be annoyed with Sharon giving me being a less than average okay pensioner. Hang on a minute. Being a less than averagely okay pensioner can't match billionaire Jim. Love him. You, Sharon, I forgot. Sharon is the most generous buy me a coffee person. By far. Sharon always supports this channel. And Sharon always, one thing that more of you need to do, right, which doesn't cost anything, is just hype the videos. I've got to try to do more videos rather than lives, because they just go further. But for some reason, the lives always have the same amount of viewers. I put out an 9-minute video the other day. It's about 6,000 views, which is a lot for me, right? Usually 2,000 is wank material. 6 is like, bit more fox pong probably.
Well,
Not based on our wanting it. Based on the science, we are not wrong at all, unless you can provide science to the contrary, which I don't think that you
That's all right, Brandon. Just said to send 100 new free memberships or something, and I'll let you off.
can. Look, I've been looking at this for years.
Well, I have a question.
Now, wait a minute. Tally.
Yeah.
Will you at least concede that you don't know that much about this part of our conversation, and you'll concede and maybe do some investigation and come back?
Tron, will you concede that you don't know anything about anything, but you only ever talk about this topic because you think that you know about this topic? You don't know about this topic, but you think you do. And you know your audience definitely don't know about this topic, so they'll just accept anything you say because you sound like you know about this topic, but you don't know about this topic. And you will not talk about anything else to do with this, to do with the earth of flat, other than this topic, because you get annihilated every time you talk about anything else. And if that's not the case, Tron, I know you're an avid viewer because you invited me to your live today. Why don't you come and click the goddamn link?
All right.
Sure. But I have a question
you
for you.
concede that part. Go ahead. I'll let you ask another question. Go ahead. I'm trying to give you an olive branch, but I really want you to go look.
Yeah. No, I'm very interested in this whole thing. Do you believe there's planets?
Yes, every flat earther, just about all of us, can look in the sky. We know that there's
Violated by gas!
Hello?
We may not call them.
Sharon is now a member, apparently, of Buy Me a Coffee. You can become a
we
member
believe that there's something up there,
of
yes,
buymeacoffee.com.
absolutely. Venus,
And
Mars,
are they-
we believe they exist. They exist.
Who knew?
Saturn, they exist, yes.
Do they move
Appreciate
through
you,
the sky?
Sharon.
Yes, they do.
Are they planets?
It does, I don't know what they are, but it doesn't really matter what they are because it doesn't
Don't matter.
prove the shape of the Earth. Now, does it? Has any?
Nothing that disproves the shape of the earth proves the shape. I love that. I love that from flat earthers. If it disproves the shape of the earth, it don't matter. If in any way you could distort it and get a line out of a document that might make some people think that it means the earth is flat, we can use that. But anything that totally annihilates it is not worth. Don't worry about it. Who cares? It's irrelevant.
Anybody ever gone to Jupiter or Saturn? No. So we don't really know what they are aside from looking in the sky, looking at them. Yes,
The things in the sky don't dictate the shape of the ground, right?
Saturn has
Spaceships.
rings. Spaceship? What spaceship has gone to Saturn or Jupiter?
Was it Voyager?
Oh, I've got tiers of membership on there. I didn't even know this. I appreciate that, Sharon. Oh, maybe I did create a sit on. I think I got an email from the other day. I am going to create this. Probably people ain't going to be at all interested, but I just want to do it for pure shits and giggles and for something that I can wear. I want to create a T-shirt with Clive Marley on it. All right, Clive Marley on the T-shirt, and with on a snail, obviously, and above says "Snail Sitters Unite," and then underneath, "This is our fight."
Under Voyager 2, something like that.
So you think of Voyager 1, from 30 years ago, is still flying out in space, sending back pictures that are better than they had 30 years ago with the same freaking camera on there. How are they updating that software at hundreds of billions of miles away? It's all bullcrap.
I wouldn't know they'd accomplish that. But
They
yes,
can't.
in fact,
They can't
in
accomplish.
fact,
It ain't bullshit. It's bull crap. You gotta put the crap can't be a one syllable word in Tron's world. It has to be a 6-syllable word. Crap.
But dude,
the-
look, it
the
doesn't
one-
prove the shape of the Earth.
Well, yeah. Oh, well, but you have to gather this information, and if we figure out that there's global
Well, here's the
planets
thing.
out there,
But the Earth, well, dude, looking in the sky doesn't prove the shape of the Earth. How does looking up in
Yes, it does. If it proved that the Earth was flat, it would be all you pricks do. Every single one of you fuckers would stand there looking at the sky constantly saying, look, how can that happen on a globe?
the sky prove the shape of the Earth, sir?
you look at other planets and their globes, so it makes
Well,
sense that
Pally,
Earth would be a globe.
wouldn't it make more sense
No.
to look at the Earth to see what the shape is instead of looking in the sky?
No.
Wouldn't it be a little bit more reasonable? I mean, think about it. Come on, let's look at the Earth.
If the Earth was tiny, then yes. If the Earth's the size that it's claimed to be, no.
It's been measured
You knob.
flat. The Earth's been measured flat, bro.
No, it hasn't. By who? When?
Did you not know that?
No.
The Earth has been measured flat
Yes.
by
Almost.
God. Tron's fully aware that he's talking to someone with no idea. And he's fully aware that he has an audience sitting there that will be fooled by literally anything he says. I'm waiting for the fucking flurf on flurf action. Eh?
Almost 200 years ago by many flat earthers today, but it's also been measured flat by the GOV, the government. It's also been measured flat going.
Listen, they're going to be
look, shut
reporting
up,
you.
look,
You know, it's
shut
not
up.
Earth is
Well, I
real.
went on another live because somebody told me that the same thing had happened to tin foil, and so I went over there to talk to her. She wasn't there, but they all said that it happened to her. So apparently this is happening, guys. Just be ready, okay?
Oh, hang on. I want to see what's happening.
I guess it's part of it.
Let's jump.
From a tangent or the
Shite
Earth
comes up
curvature
to
rate
help. Here he
based
is.
on information, the positive claims that we were given. You can go to the Earth curvature calculator and you can see it for yourself. That's the positive claim. The problem is when we've done it on the Earth, it doesn't match. We see too far. So, for instance, at 8 inches per mile
We see
squared,
too
if you
far.
make it 10 miles, there should be
We see too
66
far.
feet of curvature. So, if you're over water, which is supposed to seek its level when it seeks its level when it's at rest. So the best place to go is to a
No,
large
it
body of
doesn't.
water. Okay. And then if you look out 10 miles, you know the distance of how far maybe a ship would be at 10 miles. Okay. If it's anything less than 66 feet at 10
At this point, he had 143 people in his chat.
miles, should not be visible. And we can
At
see
what point
ships
does
that
the
are.
ship? I'm sorry,
Brother, let me hold on. Here's the problem. If that is the case, we have got evidence. I have done it myself, as many others have. We see too far. We can see at 10 miles.
We don't see far enough, Tron. We would see very much further if the Earth was flat. We wouldn't have a crisp horizon that blocks things. We would have a blur into the distance.
And see the whole ship. We're not supposed to be able to see any of it. At 20 miles, now you're up to 266 feet of curvature. We can see pretty much the whole ship. We're not supposed to see anything
No, we can't.
if it's less than 260.
Could literally show you that. If you had the balls to ever click my link, Tron, I would show you the ship that we can't almost see all of.
6 feet. So we know that this is not true. This 8 inches per mile squared is not true. You follow me so far?
I know what you're saying. I don't know how we put these numbers together, but I do have a question.
It's
How
done.
far does-
Tally, they're not my numbers. Tally, they're not my numbers. These are the numbers that are coming from the heliocentric people that invented the Earth curvature calculator based on the information I just gave you, at the Earth being 24,901 miles round at the equator and with the radius value and everything. That 8 inches per mile squared is the simplified math to get a quick Earth curvature
Math!
rate or drop from a tangent. Problem is, when you go do it, we see too far. It's as simple as that.
when was this formula calculated?
A couple of hundred years ago. Easy.
Say it again.
About 200 years ago, I can prove that it was calculated
Easy. That was easy. Easy. Twat.
200 years ago.
No, I'm sorry. Tell me the numbers. 8 miles squared, or what was that again?
8 inches per mile squared.
8
And
inches per mile squared.
They all know.
Like this, right?
They all
Now,
know
you
that's
listen,
wrong.
Go to the Earth curvature calculator. That's not a flat Earth thing. It's just somebody and you'll see the whole 8 inches per mile squared all mapped out there. You could enter in the value.
And then you'll see the pictures that it creates matched exactly the observations that we see. But Tron won't mention that. He'll pretend that it tells you that what we see on a flat Earth.
Values of anything you want. It takes into account refraction and everything. And you'll see that the math adds up. In layman's terms, at 10 miles, you would square the miles. 10 times 10 is 100. Times it by 8, divided by 12.
I can extrapolate what you're saying.
Okay.
I can extrapolate what you're saying. But you say that this formula was come about 200 years ago?
If not longer, because it's based on math.
Math. Henrobi for the €5. Every time a flatware says the Earth is measured flat, I mentally replace Earth with random round things. Apples, disco balls, the list goes on. Yes, exactly. The disciples of Oakley do not know what they're talking about, and they all pat each other on the back regardless, because they think they've made some kind of point when they say that stupid shit. By the way, has anyone actually read Oakley's book? Like, I've been sent it. No thanks. If I get insomnia at any point, I'll give it a go. That's not the one I wanted to press. That one is.
It's simple.
So it's wrong then.
Exactly. We say it's incorrect because we were now you're catching on.
Now you're catching on.
We don't believe. We know it's not correct.
Then it's not scientific.
Tron,
exactly. Exactly. Tally. It's not scientific because we.
Oh, Angel's trying to speak then, or was the other bell end? But Tron's too. Look at Tron's face there. Tron's. I've just noticed he's competing with the thickest flat earther. For chin measurements.
Flat earthers have used the scientific method and proven that it's false.
So you've used erroneous calculations then? Why would you do that?
No. We've proven that the calculations are incorrect, sir. We've proved that 8 inches per mile squared is false. We falsified it. It's not true.
Maybe Toon, Creaky, and Simon Dan. What do you mean? What did I ask that was the answer to? I don't remember. I talk a lot of bollocks.
We've debunked
What do the scientists say now?
So Tron, just quickly, this guy came up on my live earlier. It's very vile and disgusting. And
are you vile and disgusting?
Tron's just going to. Tron's been talking to him for ages, and the guy's had no issues with anything the guy said. Shite comes up, and this guy's actually no, the Aussie voice. I'm not going to attempt. Says this guy's vile and disgusting, and Tron's just going to accept that from Shite. In other words, he probably makes Shite look stupid, and Shite pretended he was vile and disgusting.
Tally to my friends.
Because calling everybody a demon is not vile and disgusting.
No.
All right, well, Tally, listen. Tally, so far, Tally, brother, I'm going to give you one more shot. Can you provide evidence that the Earth is in motion, sir?
Well,
just say no, and then I'll let you go. You can go look up the experiment.
The way Tron turns on the bullshit and the cuntishness to impress. Oh, got you, yeah. Got you, Sharon. He turns on the cuntishness to impress Shite because he knows Shite's impressed by things like that.
I gave you, then you can come back and we can have a conversation, okay? I'd love to have the conversation with you.
Oh, yeah,
I can't
sure.
even get there. I can't even have a conversation with you, with all due respect, because you're a little scientifically illiterate.
Says the man that's saying things that no scientist in the world agrees with. Weird.
I need you to go look some things up.
So weird that they think that they're scientifically literate. Oh my goodness, check that out. You see that? I can't read all them out, but Brandon, the generosity of the gifting of memberships has outdone himself here with 50. Give gift memberships. I think some of those people are flat earthers.
Violated by
My
gas!
God, what's going on? Billionaire Jim! Billionaire Jim's on the Buy Me a Coffee with 5 beers! 5 beers for the Billionaire Jim. There. What? Say something nice by what cast a beer. I don't want to say something. Look, listen, for Brandon there, you get this, because I can't not give you this, considering what everyone else has had so far. You get Fox Porn. Try not to blow your load immediately. I know it's tough when you're listening to the porn of Fox. Right? And Billionaire Jim, the only man in history to have an internet page on himself for being generous, can get the respectable round of applause for the 5 beers. So the 5 beers on Buy Me a Coffee is 25 quid, right? And they only take about 3% of that, whereas on here they take 30% of 25 fucking quid. Cheeky bastards, is what I'll say. And if it's an Apple device, they take another 30% for Apple. How can that be right? It's not right, is it? Anyway, we do all the work. They get my. Then you've got to say it this way: we're on their platform, haven't we? Like I wouldn't be doing this if I wasn't platformed by them. So, oh, they got to take something. They're going to do it for fucking free, either. Let's be honest. Appreciate that, Billionaire Jim. Forever in your debt. And Brandon with a 50 memberships. Appreciate you. You're definitely getting some beers from this guy if I'm ever in the. I just say it. Ass of Tex. That sounds not good. No, I can't.
Telly, are you still, are you still working on that patient? Telly, are you still working
Whoever Tex is, don't know.
on that patient? Are you still with that patient that you should be looking after, Telly?
Yeah, she's asleep.
Yeah.
No, the penny is just to give you the clue, right? So the penny will tell you, like, so you know it's an Apple device. They already take a penny, and then they take another 30%. They do. Wankers.
Yeah. Have a nice day, you.
Well, I knew he was.
Who's a member now? I don't know. Oh, you might be. Doesn't say you are yet. Fuck no, Stanley. Have you put yourself down for membership? Don't know. Where's Tex? I apparently need to find him. If I ever go to America.
Trolling, but I wanted to get. Well, he admitted he knew nothing about Earth motion, but I wanted him to go look it up. But was he a butthole? Was he a butthole in your?
It's very vile, disgusting. Started talking about.
Yeah, if you just got a membership, you give the thumbs up right now. It's the least you can do for the Dun of Bran.
You know, my private parts and everything.
Oh,
and then,
I didn't know that. What a pervert!
And then we had
Block that guy. You're not allowed back up.
Oh yeah. Angels, heaven forbid there's a debate. Angels are putting an end to that.
Heard all this like weird moaning in his background, and I'm like,
Oh,
what
God.
was that?
Weird moaning in the background. Was it there? Like, if Shite comes on my live, he won't because he's blocked me. But if he come on my live tonight, and I don't mean come in that way, this is what he's going to hear in the background as every time he's talking. Right? So how offended he is by it.
Like,
I didn't
he's
know
like-
that.
But then he goes, "Oh, that's my patient I'm looking after." I'm like, "You're looking after a patient while doing all these."
What, and you're sitting here on a TikTok. Yeah, he's a liar. He's looking at a patient. Yeah, I'm sure he's looking at a patient.
Tron would know
God,
what a
I
liar
hope
is.
he's not looking after a patient, and not wasting it. He needs to be looking after the patient. Permanently block that guy. I'll find him because we don't want people like that coming up and hurting people's lives. Hey, what's up, Boo Bear?
Hi, Mr. Trump.
Yeah, because obviously Solly doesn't go on and ruin people's lives. Solly literally admits that he goes on people's lives and says the R word, etc., to get the live kicked. He literally admits that he does it. No one seems to care that he does that. Weird, that, and it's strange.
Hi, Angels.
Hey, did I tell you what happened to me the other night? I had I got booted off of live and I got a temporary ban because they said I was underage.
Well, you're under 100. Perhaps you needed to be 100 and over. You only got a year to go, though, Tron.
Underage, Boo Bear.
Well, you're awful handsome, and I'm
Well,
sure
I know.
you got that taken.
What was that? Flurf's not known for their honesty. You are awful handsome, Tron. You probably should have stopped at awful there. And you probably should have replaced handsome with crater-faced, square-headed cunt.
I know that,
But those trolls are jealous of you. They're going to be reporting you. It's not about flat Earth.
Well, I went on another live because somebody told me that the same thing had happened to tin foil.
By the way, this bird tin foil, look, I've got some that I can play for people if they're interested. I think it was tin foil. I don't know. If Dawn's in here, correct me, because Dawn was the one that made me aware of this. There was some woman on TikTok, she was crying on a live, and they was arguing about who flirts with certain men. And they were like, you were my friend, and you've started flirting with her. Like this, like a bunch of school kids, like 50-odd-year-old women, flat earthers on TikTok, getting pissed off with each other over men. And one of the men they were getting pissed off with over each other, one of the men, guess who? Jaren. Go figure.
So I went over there to talk to her. She wasn't there, but they all said that it happened to her. So apparently this is happening, guys. Just be ready, okay?
She wasn't happy. It happened to her 3 times back to back. So
okay, so that is true then. That's good.
Yeah, and
I mean, not good, but I'm not the only one.
I was scrolling through it. She had just gotten her 3rd, and she's like, "I'm taking care of it." Look
at this. Let's pull this out of here. See if we can see who's down there. Ready?
Time, and honestly, after
Flatamir. This be what's his fucking name? Vlad. Right. And he's doing the Boo Bear exclamation mark. He's obviously trying to slide into her DMs at some point. I reckon for the old Flatamir there.
the first one, and she gave all that. I can't believe that they did it to her twice more, but that's what I hear.
I believe it, man. What's up, Newton?
Hi, Newton.
Give me a.
Oh no!
All right.
Newton's Apple is here. Newton's Apple is a bellend, right? His brother is also on TikTok called Dadbod Official, right? And Dadbod is a surveyor and is not a flat earther and thinks his brother is a prick. Newton's Apple is one of the best friends of these. Oh, they did? Tron and Angels were busy being vile and disgusting about Katie. What Katie definitely didn't. Is that the one? Because I'm quite vile about her. I can't fucking stand her. But yeah, it's still like, and the reason is, again, with double standards with Katie. Katie accused me of bullying on my live, and I just said I don't really give a fuck what you think. However, why do you take no issue when it happens on Flat Earth lives? And she just went into one, slagged me off to everybody. So I followed her around for a bit just to point out hypocrisy everywhere I saw it, just purely to troll, and then just gave up. Yeah, I can't stand her. You get on with her, Simon. I don't like her. I think she's two-faced. But then, again, like I get your point. It's the double standards all the fucking time.
I got somebody else up here. It's Bradler. Is that how you say it? Bradler 822. Bradler. What's his name?
I accidentally joined. I'm just listening.
Oh, I'll drop you down, brother. No worries. It showed you in the box that you want. Oh, he's already gone. Okay, never mind. Let me, who else we got here? I got some more people down here trying to get up here. I'm trying to get people we don't know. We're trying to get a little bit of opposition.
No, you're not. You had a little bit of opposition, and then you started inviting all of your friends up that told you to drop the opposition, and that's exactly what you did.
But not trolls. We're trying to get real questions.
If anyone ever comes on my live, like who they are, if anyone ever comes on my live and tells me to drop anybody, I deliberately don't drop them, ever.
That's really what I'm looking for. Someone has sincere...
Do your own fucking live and drop whoever you want, and come on mine and tell me who to drop.
Questions to try to lead them, you know.
Colours this moustache to make it more white. I can't think it could get any more white. I don't know whether I've done this the other day on here, but Tron literally said, yeah, I think it was on last week's, but Tron literally said that that's behind him, that's not his model, by the way. Why would you have it behind you then?
Sort of our way, hopefully. Oh, darn, man. Let me get some people up there.
You know, you saying that, I actually got a restriction too. 3 days. By the time they even reviewed it for the appeal, I guess it was over with. So,
Well, I appealed it, but I don't know if I was ever approved or not. But
I literally get restrictions every live I do. Like I got restrictions the other day, literally for putting up a sign saying "Flat Earthers are cowards," which they are. It's objectively a true statement, right? So I don't know what the fucking problem was with that.
within 30 minutes, I could do a live. So at first, I wasn't even allowed to do anything, and now I could do a live. So it must have been. Hey, we got Sleepy Z. Why don't I talk? Have I talked to you before?
What no, I don't think I've come up on your live before.
All right, how are you doing, man? How can we help you, man?
Good. No, I was just coming to say what up.
This, I think, as far as I know, this guy is a flat earther. From what I heard, and I was just recording this randomly, but from what this guy's a flat earther that disagrees with something that the consensus of the rest of these bellends. Let's see where it goes.
I'm also a flat earther. So
Are you flat earther?
yeah.
Okay.
So I didn't know.
When did you become a flat earther, man?
Well, I tried to disprove it. I was just like everyone else, and I tried to disprove it. Fuck off.
Like 4 years ago.
What brought you to the flat earth knowledge, bro?
Oh, it's kind of crazy. Like I've been a conspiracy theorist and into all types of different conspiracy theories.
Of course you have. He's got the squarest head of all time. Henrobi for the €2 says only 5 minutes to go for the goal. Come on, people. Yeah, I think it's safe to say we've hit the goal. Even though clearly it says we haven't hit the goal. I've had 5 beers over on. I've probably hit the goal just on buy me a coffee. Pretty much. The plus, then you get 50 quid or $50 from Billionaire, 50 memberships from Brandon. I think it's safe to say we've hit the goal. I mean, please give generously. I'm not going to turn it down. I've had a week off here. I'm starving. But yeah, I appreciate all of the support, and I think we've definitely hit the goal. We're going to be jumping over in 7 minutes. I can't guarantee you that anyone will talk to me. It's just a problem. I feel quite bad because, like, they've all been told they're not allowed to talk to me. So, I don't know. Let's see.
Stuff like since I was young, right? But I never really thought, and at a certain point I had heard about flat Earth, but I was kind of like, oh yeah, like I was into I knew about 9/11, like conspiracy, and all different types of American conspiracies, at least, you know what I mean? Some worldwide ones. But
what brought you to the knowledge that the Earth was flat? What made you think we don't live on a globe, we live on a flat plane, and all that stuff?
I think just the fact that I can logically.
That's a good idea, actually. Yeah, we've only got how many we got? You've only got 3 minutes to get the goal. Come on, guys, we can do it. We can do it. Come on. Henrobi says, okay, disregard my last message then, or not. Yeah. I don't know, you choose. You decide whether it's disregarded or not. At least, like Steve says, Stephen Johnson, hit like, please do it. 77 people knocking around in my chat, getting free entertainment, and only 43 of them giving it the thumbs up. 2 bellends giving it the thumbs down. What can you do?
Think, and I wasn't
Well,
what logic
belief. Did you use? What logic did you use? What brought you to it?
The fact of if being open-minded, and people that aren't, they're not going to listen to the other side.
And what's Sleepy? What?
Open-minded, eh? If you're open-minded, you would definitely come to the conclusion that the Earth is not flat. Yeah, free. What do you mean, Geek G? It's free. I'm not charging you to watch this, am I?
Brought you to it, brother. Come on, you had to be something that brought you to it, man.
3 bellends. I see Spin says, this box covers Tron for 3 seconds. You're welcome, Tron. SpongeBob Tronhead is the man.
All of
Give me some evidence. Give me some flat Earth evidence. Give me some flat Earth evidence.
Water being level and our Earth being made up of what is it, 85-90%, all of water.
Oh God! Is Tron just going to sit and nod along with that utter drivel?
Ourselves, then we're going around the sun at 66,000 miles per hour, and then we're also chasing the sun.
Whenever people say chasing the sun, you know they've watched Flat Earth Dave's bullshit.
for space at millions of miles an hour in a galaxy that's traveling. I don't even know what their number is for that, but it's also
Yeah, because the numbers are well scary because they're so big. Yeah, we get it.
moving allegedly, and yet Polaris stays in the same spot for thousands of years. It doesn't work. That's literally illogical to continue to believe in whatever they indoctrinated us to think.
Hey,
Right?
Sleepy, with all due respect, how old are you?
I'm 33.
Okay, just
Did you catch his age? Sorry, Mason confirmed.
asking, man.
Yeah, I mean, literally, if you actually think about that, you're like, that's actually crazy because there's no way you're
Oh, I know, it
flying
is
through
crazy.
space at
Do you have
millions
any
of
questions
miles
for
an
the
hour.
panel? Do you have any questions for the panel while you're up here?
Questions for the panel? Yeah, why are you all such fucking knobs? Is my question. This is what if he said to me, "Have you got anything you want to say to the panel?" I would say this. Well, I can't say that. It would be this.
Table manners! You are all scum!
Even as a flat earther, you might have
Maybe,
something to ask.
maybe. I mean, sometimes I go up onto Glober's lives, right? And so, what's your like go-to like what's your best?
I don't go to
like,
Glover. I
debate?
rarely go to Glover Lives.
I only do
I rarely go.
sometimes. I only do sometimes
waste my
when
time.
I'm really bored. But like,
I won't go to Global Lives because then I'll have to actually be held accountable for the shit that I'll spew. It's funny because like they could all come to my live. Everyone knows if you go on my live, you're gonna be allowed to talk. If you go on my live, you're not gonna be muted unless you endlessly speak over everybody, and you're not gonna be kicked unless you violate something on the live or you're a clear troll. That's the two reasons I'll kick anybody, but that is it.
oh
Well-
no,
But they all pretend that if they go on to Global Lives, they don't get an opportunity. They all have an opportunity. They just won't come on because they know that I will hold their feet to the fucking fire and ask them questions and they can't answer them.
I
For
go up on Flat
starters,
Earthers lives. I usually go
don't-
on Flat Earthers lives, like the stage and a couple others. I think.
I don't mean to correct you, but this one's bothering me. So if you're going to go in and debate things, the water content, just that kind of when you were saying 85 to 90 whatever percent, it's actually closer. They go between 70 to 75%. So I mean that's a safe bet. We just want to be
Yeah,
factually.
Dan Unfornicated is in the house. Dan, I've got to say this to you. I've seen somebody's been pushing your name forward to debate Solly and Shite on Modern Day Debate. Someone is, if you go to the Modern Day Debate Globie versus thing, it's like, why don't Whatcast and Dan debate these two on there, whatever. And I just said earlier on, I don't want to be I don't want to be a detriment to the conversation. But there's a guy called Globanaut or something, and he's apparently challenged them and they've accepted. So I'm going to suggest you to partner him, if that's okay with you. But you let me know. Yeah, you prepping Globie. Yeah, I'll get that. I think that you should be the surprise mystery partner, like in wrestling. There is my mystery partner, and then your music comes on, and the crowd goes wild.
Kind of
1%.
correct, or they're going to start, keeping you on mishaps on that. So,
Right. I would agree if they said no, you're wrong.
Right, hang on. So they're about to go fluff on fluff. I think I'll save that for next time because it's time now to cross over. So once again, yet another week of no fluff challenge being met. What a shock! What a pair! What a pair! This is we're gonna go to TikTok live studio. We're gonna have an intermission song. Get rid of some of this bollocks off of the screen. Get everything ready, and I'll BRB. As soon as I get this out of the way. TikTok live studio takes forever to come up on the screen. Are you a prepper, Dan? Everybody, did he approach you to prep him? I suppose you kind of have to prep for Solly if he's going to be allowed to spew bullshit on MD Day. But generally, I wouldn't bother prepping for Solly. It's too easy to trigger. Right, okay, let's crack on here. Just to where the fuck is it? Just to piss everyone off.
Solly's on the pavement, counting coins and crumbs. Scrawny little shadow with a mouth that never hums. Lardy's in his bedroom on that tiny kid-sized bed. 35 and sulking with a flat world on his head. Scrolling all day long, thumbs gone numb and sore. Two lost little legends begging TikTok for more. Solly and Lardy, what a pair, what a pair, what a pair. Solly and Lardy, high five the air. Solly and Lardy, all day, every day. Every day, two flat earth clowns in a sad parade. Solly talks big nonsense, but he fades in the rain. Hello, little hero, with a million little pains. Lardy's always sweaty, snack crumbs in his shirt. Mom is down the hallway, he still acts like a flirt. Picture on the wall there, round the world in a lie. He points at it and cheers, like he's wise, like he's sly. Scrolling all day long, stuck in the same old loop. One's got no home at all, one's got a bedroom coop. Solly and Lardy, what a pair, what a pair, what a pair. Solly and Lardy, high five the air. Solly and Lardy, all day, every day. Every day, two flat earth clowns in a sad parade. One too skinny, one too wide, both convinced they've won. Both just glued to the screen till the day is done. Mom calls, tea's ready. He says 5 more minutes. Then Solly hits the like and Lardy double dips it. Solly and Lardy, what a pair, what a pair, what a pair. Solly and Lardy, high five the air. Solly and Lardy, all day, every day. Every day, two flat earth clowns in a sad parade. Solly and Lardy, what a pair, what a pair, what a pair. Solly and Lardy, still can't self-correct. Solly and Lardy, spin, spin, fade away. Two lost buffoons on a sideways day.
Solly and Lardy then. So, well, let's get this right up here. I don't want that, but that that can be untagged now, can't it? Because once again we had cowards. Nobody's got the bollocks to come up on that screen. Let's see if anyone's got the bollocks to talk to me on the Talkatic. I'm going to bring up a grid. It might be easier for these people to figure it out. So I'm going to try a slightly different tactic today. So I'm going to have to recorrect where that goes. All right. That's good. That's good. Let's go live. If you're on the Talkatic, go on and endlessly like the stream. Hopefully I won't get violated by gas immediately. And it can get shared out there. Get that on now. I will probably be lagging like usual. Let's put that over there. I'll jump in. Oh, fuck that. Hello.
Yo, what's up?
How are we doing?
Yeah, I'm not a flat earther. I just want to, like, is it alright if I come up and, I don't know, I just want to see flat earthers speak, pretty much.
They're everywhere on this app. Yeah, but I'll drop you if you want to come up later. Come up later, but if you're sitting there, they won't come up. Like it's hard enough to get them up anyway. So I'll just hang around and I'll.
But do you know the? Do you know the? Wait. Okay. Can I just say one thing?
Yeah.
Or ask one thing. So do you know like the? I'm guessing you do. Do you know the physics behind it all and everything like that?
Do I know what?
I assume you.
I can't hear what you're saying, mate. I don't know if it's me or you.
The physics behind it all, like they've probably me. Okay, I'll just go then. All right, see you.
All right, mate. I don't know whether that was me or him. The physics something. I don't know what he said. I think it is me. I'm getting the usual bollocks popping up on there. It's overheat. I'm gonna have to put the fan on it and try and do it that way. It's very annoying. Physics behind bowling. That's what I thought he said. I don't know what the fuck that's about. It ain't me. I think it was me because I was like lagging as well. Let's get that up there. So I'm on it at least. Aye. How are we all doing? I think when someone comes up, it just hang on. Let's hold on a second. Multi-guest. I'm gonna try and oh fuck's sake. Settings. Change layout. Fluid grid. I've literally got. I don't want that. I don't fucking know. Is it like, has that changed? Oh yeah, that's what I wanted. I don't know why I think that would make any difference. Yeah, everyone could request anyway, but it might encourage people to request. That's what I was hoping for. Hang on. Unfornicated here says, fix your shit, Matt. We are buffering. Where is my name getting thrown around? I want to bask in my own greatness and fan adulation. Yeah, underneath, if you go to the video of where Globey is gonna debates the Soliday Inn, the homeless Solly. Someone's wrote in the comments underneath to to MDD. Why don't we get Whatcast and Unfornicated versus Sully and Shite on there? So no, I'm out. It's not my bag. I cannot sit there. I can't sit there while people get 20 minutes to talk bollocks and then I've got to rebut it. That's not for me. Everyone knows I'm not science-minded. I'm insult-minded. But yeah, I'll definitely put your name forward, Dan. For sure. Oh look, Gladiator's in the chat giving a duck. Was that supposed to be a chicken? Can't do anything right. How about JT and you? I don't know who JT is. I think that'd be great though, if you did it. Oh God, I don't know if this is helping now. Put the fan on it possibly, but it'll stop wobbling the shit around again. You're ducking the MDD. Yeah, I am. Yeah, I'm not going on. I'm not going to. You duck everything. By the way, and by the way, I also don't believe that you're actually a flat earther. Nobody could be that stupid. But I absolutely would duck modern day debate to give flat Earth the credit to give it a debate on a platform like that where everybody gets X amount of time to speak and present evidence like it's even a discussion. No, thank you. It's not fun for me. All right, Dawn. Maybe Dawn will do it. Ducks know it's flat. I don't know, do they? What about foxes? Do they know it's flat? That's what I want to know. All right, Drills, I'm going to bring you up for a second because I want to test something out, but I'll probably have to drop you down because I want people to come up, and I think you're scared. I think you will scare them off.
Dubcast, yeah, waiting for the Flurfs to get brave today. I'd like to see Gladiator come up.
Oh, you want to talk to Gladiator? I can arrange.
I've had my fair share of Gladiator. I don't need any more of that.
All right, okay. Gladiator. To be fair to Gladiator, is the only one that ever comes up, and I think that's because I tolerate him, and most people don't. So they're hiding today. They're hiding every fucking day. They're all on Tron's live. Is Tron still live, by the way? Hold on, that's completely gone. I need to fix this. Hold on. If I've got to fix something on YouTube. There. What have you been up to, Drills, anyway?
Getting things prepared for when school starts back up tomorrow.
Tomorrow? It's early over there.
Tomorrow, yeah. Well, I mean, it's late August. It's about normal time for things to get back in session. But I have graduate classical mechanics class, and then I'm taking differential geometry in the mathematics department. So it's gonna be a difficult semester, but it should be fun.
Our schools here don't start till like second week of September.
Second week of September. That's quite late.
Yeah. When's these schools? When are the schools out over there?
So we normally start sometime in like mid to late August, and then we go until about, I want to say, 2 weeks into December for our Christmas break, and then we restart early January, and then go pretty much until, I want to say, early May, first week of May. Yeah. So we get normally the entirety of May, June, July, and then half of August off of our schooling over here.
Oh God, who's this? I miss having all that time off work.
I believe in donuts. I love donuts, lad. I love donuts, lad. I've eaten donuts every day since I was 6, lad.
You're only 7 now, so it's not long, is it?
And every time I ate a donut, lad, it took me back to the McDonald's. Yes. Oh, I can't believe it.
Is that anything else? Or is that it?
No, I just like donuts.
What on earth was the point of that?
Was that Jar Jar Binks?
Someone was impressed that they did that. They couldn't even tell if that was male or female. It was about 3 years old, wasn't it? I don't know. Anyway, I've got another request here. Let's see who this is. Oh God! It takes 600 clicks for this to work. Hello. Did you mean to request?
Doubtful.
Sorry, too much noise. Who's this? Charlie. Charlie? Charlie, did you know you were there? Charlie. Charlie Fritz. You're on. Charlie Fritz, you're off. This is going well, isn't it? Flat Earth is dead. Let's all be honest about this, right?
Yeah, it might be time to get a new prompt, Cast.
Yeah, I know. Well, last week I put flat earthers are cowards. That was my prompt. And I immediately got reported by loads of flat earthers for bullying for putting that up there. That's how fragile they are.
I got a flat Earth is delusional. I got a flat Earth is delusional panel. That one seems to do pretty well, and I haven't gotten restricted yet. So
yeah, I'll get restricted for that, and I'll get restricted for anything that anyone shows from YouTube as well. Yeah, Raki approved it. Yeah, so yeah, he was in it. A lot of them come in here and they just spout away in the comments and pretend that they would come up, and then they pretend that I'll just mute them, but I don't actually mute anyone. Like, despite the fact that he's completely wrong about everything, I think what's his fucking name in there? Gladiator would have to admit that I let people talk and don't mute people. If he doesn't admit that, he's just a total liar. Right?
I think maybe because obviously flat Earth is like hyper specific to quite limited, insane crowd of the same people.
Yeah.
I think if you did something like just general science takes, so things like Big Bang cosmology, things like evolution, things like that, which are a bit more broad, that might get more people in that aren't as psychotic.
I mean, that's all right, because I know as much about all of that as I know about this. Fuck all. Right? Nothing. So, but the good thing is you don't need to, because they know less than nothing. So it's like I can look quite bright talking to flat earthers. Like for instance, Gladiator will come up on here every single week and not give one piece of evidence ever, and just say nah to everything. And then when it ends, he'll say, look, you've all ran from me. Like, that's the mentality now. That's remaining of flat earthers. And he's sitting in the chat there giving it, it's not dead. It's not dead. Yeah. Why are you the only one in the chat then? That's if it's not dead. Where are they all? I never used to have this much trouble getting flat earthers to come up and have a conversation.
That's actually not a bad prompt, Scotty. Prove Earth isn't a globe, because all they have is globophobia. All they have is globe denial.
Yeah.
So
yeah, but they all love that, don't they? Yeah, that, you can't, like, if you used to put up a prompt, let's talk about flat Earth, let's talk about the actual flat Earth, they'd just be like, we ain't got a model, so I can't talk about it. So there, it's so unbelievably cowardly. It'd be good to go into any debate, wouldn't it, without a position. It's like, I disagree with what you're saying, but I'm not gonna give a position of my own. I'm just gonna criticize your position. Great. Very courageous of you. Talking to you, Angels. Oh no, Angels has blocked me. You won't be saying this. Can you see anybody? I don't know if you do this more than me. Can you see anybody chatting in the comment there? Globe has been debunked. That's my position, says Ball Spective.
it's good to know your position doesn't mean shit.
Yeah. It's been debunked. I'm wondering what the debunking is, because he hasn't told me yet, and I speak to him literally all the time. Ask Everpilot then. Okay. There's pilots on here, by the way. Molly. And I've asked them, and they said it's a globe. So what was the debunking then? He's already Googling the debunking.
I need you to take that back, bro. I don't appreciate that.
What are you demanding?
You can call me stupid and stuff, but you can't call me a liar. Like, I don't appreciate that.
When did I say
You said I'm a troll, and I don't really believe it.
No, I just said that your position doesn't mean shit.
Are you saying that I called you a liar? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I'm saying you did.
Right. So what I said was that unless you're a liar, you'll accept and admit that I don't mute people and kick people off just because they're arguing with me. That was what I said.
Yeah, no, you don't. To be fair, compared to other ones.
That's what I said. I said if you say I do, then you're a liar. That's what I said.
Yeah. You're like the only one that doesn't kick me off within like 5 minutes. So
Did you want to give your what's your debunking by the way of the globe that's been debunked?
It's been madly debunked. What part of it do you want to talk about that's been debunked? There's so much that doesn't work.
Pick any.
But if I pick one, you're going to say you don't want to talk about that because you know you can't defend it.
No, man. When do I ever do that?
You want me to debunk flat Earth real quick?
Yeah, you can try. I'd say like, okay, maybe this hasn't been debunked, but you just cannot prove the spin of the Earth. You can't prove that to me.
I can prove it.
Go for it.
The Earth,
Go for it.
Earth is easily spinning, and the easiest way to tell that is ask any pilot how long it takes to fly east compared to how long it takes to fly west.
You think pilots have to account for the Earth's spin?
Ask any pilot.
I have.
They'll tell you it takes longer to fly east than it does to fly west because of the spin of the Earth.
That's just not true.
Because of the globe that you're. It is true.
That's not true.
It is true.
So does the atmosphere move in lockstep with the Earth? Yes or no?
It doesn't have anything to do with the atmosphere.
Okay, so you just don't know you don't know, right?
I do know. I just told
Why would you come up here so confidently, like you just don't know? Like, I don't know stuff. I'll say I don't know something. I know.
I just proved to you that ask any pilot; they'll tell you.
Okay, so you think that
It's
when a
not
plane's
think.
flying from
I've talked to pilots. I know pilots.
you're claiming that.
I'm not claiming. Ask any pilot.
Okay, you're asserting that.
You can ask any pilot how long it takes to fly from Hawaii
Where's that other bloke gone?
to California.
Yeah, I don't think I don't think you're
Hawaii.
correct.
Yeah, he's wrong.
Yeah.
It's not wrong.
I think
you are
you're
wrong.
Look it up.
And the globe is telling you
Try
that
to
you're
book
wrong.
a flight and see how long it takes.
So this is
from one
another
flight to the other.
Yeah, but
case
isn't that to
of-
do with jet streams, not to do with spinning?
Yeah, of course it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course it is. Because he doesn't
No,
even
it
know
has-
what
it has
yes
to
or
do
no.
with
He couldn't
the
answer
Earth
right now,
because
yes
of
or
the
no.
weight-
Does
the
the Earth's
rotation of the Earth.
atmosphere move in lockstep with the Earth as it spins? You couldn't answer yes or no because you don't know
There'll
your
always
model.
be longer flight trips, no matter the jet stream, no matter the atmosphere. It'll always be a longer flight trip to fly.
Yeah, that's
to
not because the Earth's spinning.
Right.
It is because the Earth is spinning.
No, it's not.
It's always because the Earth is spinning. It has a lot to do with the jet stream, but no matter the jet stream, it will always take
Okay,
longer.
so in your mind, if you
Because
get in
you're
a hot
flying
air
with the
balloon, in your
rotation of
mind,
the Earth.
yeah, calm down. In your
Always.
mind,
Ask
if you
any
get in a
pilot.
hot, yeah, okay. In your mind, if you get in a hot air balloon and you rise up, you think
It
the
has
Earth's
nothing
gonna.
to do with hot air balloons.
You think
It has to do
the
with
Earth's
jet
gonna
engines.
spin underneath it? That's what you think.
What
right?
actually produces the jet streams? Do you think, Kai?
No. We're not diverting off this. This guy just
That's
made
not a
claim.
diversion, though, is it? That's
completely wrong.
question.
I need him to backtrack it. I need to show that most globers don't have this ability to admit they're wrong.
Yeah, but
when they're completely wrong about their own model.
So what you're proving is that you don't have the ability to admit that you're wrong because he's just asked you a question asking you what you just admitted. No, you
Okay.
just
What
admitted
was the question? I'm answering
they were
good
jet
faith,
streams.
and then we're gonna go back.
You just admitted
You
they were
just
jet
admitted
streams.
they were
He's
jet
asking you
streams.
what causes them.
Yeah. Like what do you think causes these jet streams to exist? And I'm gonna give you a hint.
Yeah, I think
One of
the
them-
rotation of the sky. I think the sky rotates.
One
The
of,
sky rotates.
so one of them has to do with the spin of the Earth.
See, I don't believe him. I don't believe
So-
he's a real flat earther. He's just
Well, because
he's definitely not. He's
observed
definitely
the sky
clay
to
cake.
spin. You
The
guys,
globe
I mean,
is
have you
moving,
heard of
the
Mach's
sky
principle?
moves.
I'm guessing no, because I've done more research than you.
Yeah.
So I really would
do your
love to
research.
have this guy
Hang
that
on.
joined up and was super
I've had this up on
confident.
the screen. I'll let you carry on in a sec, but I've had this up on the screen for a bit, and Dan wanted to ask you a question. Did Gladiator look into what could be at 35,000 kilometers away from 4 stations? I can prove this shape showing 2 different undersea cables at mirror latitudes. So, you know, when you were speaking to Dan about that, did you look into it? Because you said that you would.
I'm not being rude. I don't remember any who Globers are except for you and like some other people who host lives. If you're one of these weird zealots that are always in the chat, I don't know who you are.
No, he wasn't in the
But-
chat. He was talking to you on my live. And
Yeah, I talk to a lot of zealots. Like, I don't even remember most of them because they just
so
talk over
you're
me.
just
and
going to
kick me.
hand wave away and say zealot because you can't disprove what he's saying. Is that what you're going to do?
No, if he wants to debate me, he could join up. You don't have to. You don't have to just.
Okay, Dan, join up.
Right. So, does this other guy that joined want to admit he was completely wrong about his model when he thinks that Do you think, yes or no, does the Earth's atmosphere move in lockstep with the Earth as it rotates in your model?
Are you asking me or him?
I'm asking him. Yeah, he doesn't know. He's got nothing. So obviously, if a plane's flying one direction, they're not going to have to catch up because of the Earth's spin.
Hold on, Kai.
They say that the Earth's atmosphere moves in lockstep with the Earth as it spins.
Hold on, Kai. The rotation is one facet that produces jet streams because we know that there is a constant rotation of roughly 15 degrees per hour.
How'd you record that?
This produces the Coriolis forces in each hemisphere, which when you fly westwardly, it causes more drag because of those inherent Coriolis forces, while you also have uneven distributions of hot versus cold air, which affect these turbulent motions as something inside the atmosphere flies, which causes something to take a longer flight time traveling westwardly than eastwardly due to the rotation of the Earth.
No, exactly. Jet streams, not the rotation of the Earth.
And the jet streams are produced by
that's what's in contention. You're asserting that. So I'm saying, how do you know it's the rotation of the Earth causing that? When in your own model, where you have to ascribe to a notion called Mach's principle, it's like essential to relativity. And if you have to acknowledge it, that if there was a motion in the sky, it would translate forces down here, like centrifugal forces, Coriolis forces. Like, this is just a fact. This is something that Einstein wrote about. You guys don't know what it is. That's okay.
You said, "Oh well, no. Here's a question instead. Answer my question."
Yeah.
And you don't have any proof, any mathematical anything to say otherwise.
Notice how it's always deflection into more questions.
Can I just ask one really quick question?
No answers. Just
no
more
answers.
I literally answered
Hold
you.
on a second.
I agree that there are Coriolis forces, and I completely showed you they would happen.
Hold on a minute. I think Stingray wanted to speak, so let him have a chance.
There was just something that Kai just said then. The rotation of the sky transfers the forces to the ground, and that could account for what we colloquially know as the Coriolis effect. And I'd be very interested to know the mechanism by
It's
which
called Mach's principle.
Yeah, I would be very interested to know the mechanism by which that penetrates a vacuum seal to a gyro compass that measures the Earth's curvature and rotation when you traverse it, or if you stand fucking still.
Yeah. What if you increase your altitude? Does it change then?
What about if I bury into the ground? What about if I stick my head up my ass? Can you just tell me how a gyro
Do you know the
compass...
relevance of that?
Nearly done. Was nearly done. Can you tell me how a gyro compass stationary on the ground, not let's fly it in the air, not bury it in the ground, just stationary on the ground, how is it affected by your magic sky fucking vortex in a vacuum sealed chamber?
Okay, so we see it. We literally see it. So there's nothing magic about it. We see the sky rotating. And there's a thing called Mach's principle, which dictates that whichever way you look at it, if the Earth was spinning or if the sky was spinning, you could interchange the two, right?
Right.
They have a kinematic and dynamic equivalence between the two. So if the sky was rotating, there would be a transfer of motion down to the Earth.
Please address my question. Don't deflect. Don't run, little Kai. Address it. How's it go into a vacuum seal? Go.
Well, because it moves the medium that we're in. It affects all.
Okay, how's that medium get into a vacuum chamber? Go.
How does it get in?
Yeah, what is this medium, and how does it affect inside a vacuum chamber?
It's everywhere. The medium's everywhere.
Okay, brilliant. It's everywhere. Medium. What is it, and how is it inside a vacuum chamber?
Call it the ether.
Holy shit. So can you demonstrate the ether then? Is that possible?
Yeah, I mean... I couldn't bottle it up for you.
Okay, brilliant. So your foundational premise is built on, I don't know.
But could you bottle up bending and warping space-time for me?
No, that isn't my claim.
You have a double standard.
I didn't just claim a magic fucking ether
that, is a claim.
That can pass through a vacuum seal, did I?
That's in your worldview. Right.
Oh, is it? Shall I assign you a worldview as well, shall I, that you didn't say, so that I can straw man like a little man?
You're like a buzzkill. You're ruining the vibe.
That's a non-sequitur.
You're getting so hostile.
Non-sequitur.
I'm not really.
And this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5v1. Calm down.
Hang on, I don't know who this other guy is. Sean, hello.
Maybe he's on my side. But objectively, like you need to. Anyone can Google this right now. It's called Mach's principle. That's MACH principle.
Gone.
This is cited by Einstein. This is not like some magic nonsense that
what
Stingray
shape,
wants to
what
say
shape
because
did
he's never
Einstein
actually
say
looked
the
into
Earth
it.
was
Well, that's
again?
interesting. Well, that's interesting. He's abiding by the fallacy of stolen concept.
Whoa.
Holy shit!
The fallacy of
You
stolen
don't like
concept. What's
fallacies.
Yeah,
that?
fallacy of stolen concept.
How's it a stolen concept? I'm saying
Well,
this is within your worldview.
because you're using this thing to deny the very principle of
thing
its
that's
foundation,
within your
which is
worldview.
relativity.
Hold on.
Which I would
this thing
assume you
that's in your
disagree
worldview.
with, right?
2 seconds.
Yeah, but within your worldview.
Right, hold on. I got this here.
dictates
So,
this
What
would
are you
happen.
talking about? I haven't talked
Wait a
about
minute.
a worldview.
I got a question for you here, Kai Gladiator, whatever the fuck you want to be called. So it's from Dan. It says, "Where is empirical evidence that Mach's principle is studied and exists and isn't merely theoretical?"
Well, yeah, of course it's theoretical because anything when it comes to looking at the sky is theoretical. Just like how relativity is theoretical as well. So what an
No,
idiotic
it's
thing
not.
to say.
No, it's not. We have a lot of empirical evidence
can
to
you
back
bottle
it.
up bendy warpy space time?
So we can actually demonstrate time dilation, and it's done with
Demonstrate,
muon time dilation experiments. I know that Blitz has talked about it before, but I've also
demonstrate
done it myself.
How have you demonstrated time dilation?
So, what we know about muons that are produced in the upper atmosphere by cosmic rays interacting with the upper layers of the ionosphere is that muons are produced and their decay time is roughly 2.2 microseconds. Their distance of travel, knowing that decay time, is not sufficient for them to reach the Earth. But because, hold on, Kai, I'm not done yet. Because these muons, because they travel very close to the speed of light, experience time dilation, we are able to measure their interaction via scintillators to produce flashes of light that we detect in experimental apparatuses, which I've done myself in physics laboratories. That's one piece of
because
evidence.
something's
That's one piece of
decaying,
evidence.
you think that time is dilating, you think matter's contracting
Hang on
and
a sec.
stretching out.
Gladiator, I think you had some help there, and he fucked off because he never got to speak.
No.
Damn. Let's see if anyone got any more help in the chat in the guest box here.
Yeah.
So that's one piece of evidence, but we have a hell of a lot more.
That's not a piece of evidence. All right. You're looking
the edge of the world and
JK
look
is
over
not
the
help. No, sorry, there's no help there.
What did this guy just say?
I said, how much does it cost to go to the edge of the world and look over the edge? How much do they charge for you to go to the edge and look over the edge?
Dan, you're gonna have to tell me what that word says there with the S in it. I can't fucking read that.
Did you just say how much does it cost to go to the edge?
Yeah, capitalism is proof that the Earth is round.
Why do you think there's an edge? What makes you think there's an edge?
Flat
Called
Earth.
an internal critique, Kai.
Yeah, what I'm asking him. What makes you think there's an edge?
Flat Earth.
Is it possible that you have a conception of what you think that is because you've seen certain propaganda images, right? You're thinking of a dick floating in space with water falling off.
So in that case,
Like,
is it?
that's not. No one believes that. Nobody believes that.
Yeah, but you say yes, they do. To say that nobody,
Yes, they do.
to say that nobody believes that is absolutely
it's like a
ridiculous.
pancake flying
You might
in
not.
space.
You
I'm
might
telling
not
you right now,
believe that.
nobody believes it.
What? Nobody believes that the Earth is a disc. And
in
it's
space.
and it ends at the firmament.
No. The disc flying in space with water falling off.
So where is it? Where else is it then? If it's not in space,
You will never find one person who believes that. Genuinely, it's
not with the
straw
solar
man.
system around it. No, not with the solar
Why is
system
that
around
such a
it.
common straw man?
Well, it
That's
isn't.
what they all do.
Nobody.
Well, it is.
People don't.
This guy's
think,
just come in saying, "Where's the edge? Go to the edge."
Yeah, well, there would be an edge, wouldn't there? Do you think there's an infinite?
No, it could be infinite.
So, are you saying that there's flat earthers that don't think there's an edge?
Edge in terms of like a limit to how far we could go.
Yeah, so that's not a straw
that's
man,
different.
then, is
In
it?
terms of like he said, okay, maybe I'm thinking of the word you're using. You're saying edge, like like an edge you'd fall off.
Yes.
Yeah, no, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, some flat earthers think that. They think that you
Well,
can't
no,
fall off.
No, they wouldn't because all of us think that
No.
we're like encased. So how would we fall off something?
No,
that we can't,
yes,
like,
exactly.
escape?
But you would fall off if it wasn't for the firmament. But you're saying there is no edge. So there would still
Well,
be
we've
an
never
edge,
seen it.
correct?
Why would we make a claim like
But there
that?
would still
We've
be
never
an
seen
edge,
We've never
correct?
been to an edge.
But
It
whether
could go way,
if
way,
there's
way further.
If there's a firmament or not, there could still be an edge, correct?
There could be, or there could not be. It could be infinite.
Not a straw man, then.
Infinite.
It could be infinite.
But
Who
nobody's
knows?
traveled there. Nobody.
How do you know?
Not one. Well, according to you.
What do you mean according to me?
According to you, you're a
I
flat
never said
earther.
no one went there. Like I'd imagine that many people have left this place. If you're asking me this is
how
pure speculation. You guys need to understand when you start
Wait,
asking
they've left this
about
place
this is
how
pure
and to
speculation.
where? You have no proof. You have no evidence. You have no
Okay,
measurements.
what
you
about
have
Admiral
nothing.
Bird? What about him? He's pretty good. Circumstantial
What did he
evidence,
say, Admiral
witness
Bird?
testimony,
Yeah.
Yeah, what'd he say?
high-ranking military
What did he
general.
say? Can you just quote him for me, please?
It was along the lines of we found / discovered a landmass that like the size of the United States, filled with resources, and it was beyond Antarctica. I may have butchered it a
He
bit.
never said filled with resources.
He did. Well, he said something about resources. For sure, he did. And the idea of that. It was
How on
bound.
earth would he know from looking out across some land whether it was filled with resources?
Let's say you went over Antarctica and it was nothing but ice for days and days and weeks, and then all of a sudden you got then all of a sudden you got past it,
There's
and
no
then you
wall there.
saw a coastline with like a bunch of trees and animals and stuff. You'd be like, oh, this is like a rich like land source. You wouldn't have
You
to
know
really.
what I saw in Antarctica? I saw
What
the
you
Southern
saw?
Cross. I saw the
Okay.
Southern Cross. You know why you can't see the Southern Cross
Southern
from
Cross
the Northern
argument.
Hemisphere?
Yeah, you're still in 2016, 2017. Like these are the
2026, bro.
Come on, man.
Yeah, we know that
These arguments are
we know that
so
Sigma
bad.
we
Hold
know
on.
that Sigma Octanthus is aligned with the South Celestial Pole. Kai, when my research group remote controls the Ceratololo Observatory in Chile, we have that telescope aligned with the South Celestial Pole. That doesn't exist on your flat Earth model.
Of course
Where are
it
we
is.
looking?
Of course it exists.
Where are we
Of course
looking?
they don't.
He doesn't. He
You're looking at
doesn't
where the
claim a
Southern
model.
Cross is.
He doesn't claim a model.
You're looking at where the Southern Cross would be.
None of them do. Right, hang on a minute.
Oh, really? Where
Hold
would
on
it
a
be?
second.
Where would it be?
Hang on a minute, mate. The McKeegan of Dave has turned up. I think he wanted to say something to Kai here, obviously.
Well, yeah, it's always fun talking to Gladiator. I mean, last time I spoke to him, he pulled up his own evidence that debunked it. So it's always fun to talk to
yeah, that was
Gladiator.
funny.
What evidence debunked me?
You pulled
Where
up the
you said
screen.
plane surveyors measure the Earth flat, and then your own evidence pointed out that they just ignore the curvature of Earth.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they assume it, right?
It was what you brought
They
up on the
ignore the
screen.
curvature of the Earth. But anyway, that was a laugh for another day. I'm after another one. So I was coming up initially to talk about the pilots supposedly flying based on the Earth being flat, but then you brought up Admiral Byrd. I missed what you said.
What was
Admiral
that?
Byrd said. I was curious what you think Admiral Byrd said.
Sorry, I just got back. Can you say all that again?
I said I came on to talk about your claims of pilots, but before we get onto that, when I was joining, you were talking about Admiral Byrd. I was just curious what you said Admiral Byrd claimed to have said.
Like I just said before, I should probably go and see what it actually was, but I was just going off memory, and it was along the lines of him seeing a new landmass beyond Antarctica that was the size of North America or something.
Yeah, well, funnily enough, I've done a video about Admiral Byrd, so I can tell you what he said. He said that he found from Little America, which is on the ice shelf, the other side of the South Pole, there is land as yet uncrossed, the size of North America.
So
which
land's
is
not
the,
uncrossed.
What?
Land not yet uncrossed. Like, what does that mean?
Yes, because if you look at Antarctica, a map of Antarctica on a globe, all the expeditions that had crossed Antarctica would always go from one ice shelf to the South Pole and then to the next ice
He's
shelf.
talking about
There was a
beyond
whole-
the South Pole.
Yes, because the South Pole's in the middle of Antarctica. So if you start on one side of Antarctica, you have to cross the South Pole and you go to the other side. So
You're saying he's just
basically, if
talking
you-
about the other part of Antarctica.
Yeah, because in the same interview, he says he refers to Antarctica as being the bottom of the world.
Okay.
So no, Byrd did not think the Earth was flat. Byrd
Well, I never said he
not
did.
Right, he did not discover an entire unknown continent. He just said there is a huge chunk of Antarctica that people haven't gone to yet.
But that's not what he said, though. That's what you're inferring. He said.
Well,
I'm
you don't
inferring
know
that
what he said
meant
because every
beyond.
time that you've been asked,
Well,
you
no,
said,
he's
"Oh,
just
I
read it
don't even
out.
know what he said." That's
Well, he's
literally
just
what
read
you're
it
saying.
out.
Yeah,
and I'm going to believe that he's not lying. That's correct.
Right.
And what
I
he
can
just
tell
what
you
he
that's
just
what
read
he
out
said.
is not specifically him talking about Antarctica. It could be inferred many different ways.
Why did you bring up
I'll tell you
Admiral
what, Matt,
Byrd?
do you want me to send you a link to the Admiral
Because his
Byrd
whole
interview?
story is
and
very
you can pull it
weird.
up?
Like he allegedly wrote a diary about.
You can if you
like,
want, Dave, but it won't make any difference to Gladiator. We know this, right? So it'd be a waste of everybody's
Oh, I don't. I'm
time.
not trying to
You
make
think I
a
just, like,
difference to
didn't-
Gladiator.
I
I'm just
don't-
trying to show. I'm just showing everybody he has no idea what he's actually talking about.
Yeah, but you just read out a quote that in
that's
no
evident.
way says he's talking specifically about the land of Antarctica. The way he words it very much could mean a whole new landmass beyond it. Like,
So your evidence was Admiral Byrd, then you then accept that he doesn't think the Earth's flat and
well,
that
no,
you completely
you just
butchered his
asked me-
quote.
What?
So
No,
what
you
did
were
you bring him
asking
up
me-
for then?
I brought him up because someone asked me, like, why isn't anyone, like, gone beyond? And I was like, well, I think people probably have. And I think that's probably what Admiral Byrd was doing with that whole expedition. So do you guys know the timeline of what happened? How there was Operation High Jump, then Operation Deep Freeze, then they went to Antarctica, they came back, everyone signed the Antarctic Treaty, said all the peasants can't go there. Then they founded NASA.
Is that what happened?
Yes, literally what happened. All within the span of like 10 years.
Is that as reliable as the quote you didn't know a minute ago?
Great.
You can go and research
story,
Operation
Gladiator.
High Jump and Deep Freeze
I've got great, cool story,
Operation
bro. I've got the
Fishbowl.
clip right in front of me here. I can read
Where
you
they
the
tried to
transcript
nuke the
of
firmament.
exactly what Byrd said. So
Okay.
he said he was asked the question: "Are there any unexplored lands? Are there any unexplored land within Antarctica?" He said the question was, is there any unexplored land left on the Earth that might appeal to adventurous young Americans? To which he said, yes, not up at the North Pole, because it's getting crowded up there now, because they find out it's really usable, not only to live in, but militarily. But strangely enough, there is left in the world today an area as big as the United States that has never been seen by a human.
There
And
you
that's
go.
beyond the pole, on the other side of the South Pole from Middle America.
Yeah, on the other side of the South Pole.
Yes, which the other side of the South Pole still works on a flat Earth, on a globe. The South Pole is not the end of a globe. In the same way that I can get from where I am here, I can travel to the North Pole and then carry on beyond it.
Yeah, I don't care about the terminology he uses when he talks about the globe, because, yeah, of course he believes in the globe. I'm not denying that.
Right, but he's also not said he never discovered an entire new landmass. Nowhere here
You
does
just
he
said
claim
that.
to have What?
You just said a new landmass undiscovered.
No.
Or like
There is left in the world today an area as big as the United States that's never been seen by human beings. He's talking about one whole side of Antarctica. The coastline was already known about because people had sailed around it, but they'd never gone inland. That's not an entirely new continent. That's not a brand new land mass. That is just a region of the country that hadn't been discovered.
So is one
That
is
hadn't been-
one half of Antarctica about the size of North America?
It's bigger than North America.
Just a half of it, really?
Yes, that is how much you don't know the globe.
No, I just don't know how big Antarctica is really.
Yeah,
because I don't trust
Gladiator.
any. I don't trust any of the
It's not.
photos.
It's not an ice wall. That's why. It's not an ice. That's bollocks.
Probably
I
doesn't
never
know
even
that
claim an ice
Alaska
wall. I
is
don't even
twice
think.
the size of
Can I,
Texas.
you just asked me to look up Operation High Jump, so I just have. All right, so now you're going to disagree with what I read out here.
No.
Operation High Jump, officially the U.S. Navy Antarctic Developments Program 1946 to 47, was a massive military and exploratory expedition to Antarctica organised by Rear Admiral Richard E. Byrd Jr. So there was a senior, but he weren't there. He was too much of a fossil to go on that trip. And commanded by Admiral Richard Cruzen or whatever. The mission, and this is where I start to believe Gladiator, because the mission involved 4,700 men, 13 ships, and 33 aircraft. So
What were they
Mason's
doing?
confirmed.
Why did they need all of that?
Right. It aimed to test equipment in extreme cold, train personnel, and map large areas of the continent. Mission goals: test military gear, ships, and new tools like helicopters in polar weather. Map huge sections of the coastline and land using aerial photography. Build the temporary research base named Little America 4. Check if permanent military bases could be set up in the Antarctic. So nothing you just
So that's
said.
the story. and like they could have done a lot of
You
that.
literally told me to look it up. That's what I've just
No, but
done.
I agree. That's a military operation down south to explore, by your own words, to quote explore, do tests. I'm not denying they would do tests and stuff, but you're basically saying they definitely weren't up to anything else. There was nothing else going on. That's what you're saying.
Whereas
You're
you
saying,
are
"These all
saying
those
they
men and all
definitely
that
were
army and
up to
all that
other things. They
firepower."
definitely were. So
Yeah,
what's the difference?
I think they definitely were.
So what's the difference?
Well,
then? What's the difference between you thinking that and me thinking that? Why is that
I
logical?
think it's funny because like I'm pretty sure I've heard you say like you're a pretty conspiratorial guy anyway.
Yeah.
Like that would So like you're already quite distrusting of government.
Okay,
so, like just
distrusting of the government.
Set aside
yes,
this whole topic though.
but I
Set
need.
aside this whole topic.
I rely on evidence.
They're hiding something, bro.
Right? Why?
Yeah,
so
yeah,
why
but-
would you say that? So if it looks like they were, and I got information to tell me that something looked iffy, I would have an open mind about it and look at
it's
it.
the context. Right?
What do you mean?
It's like the context. It's like I don't know how you are on like the like September 11th, for example. There's no like real like hard cut proof, but there's a lot of evidence that compounds that you're like, okay, there's something fishy here. The official narrative, I don't buy it, right?
Right.
But you wouldn't really say there's any hard cut evidence that Bush did an inside job.
See, I bothered. The thing with 9/11, I bothered to speak to a historian about 9/11 on about 5 or 6 times on my podcast that had all of the receipts from everything, and he still didn't believe the actual official story completely, but all of the insane stuff, he's got documents, letters, and years of research disproving all of it.
Well, what's the insane stuff?
Like no planes.
There weren't really
etc.
planes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that kind of stuff is just to make you not look into it. Because I think anyone that's not super brainwashed, if they actually objectively look into that subject, you have to come away going, yeah, the official narrative is just not true. They're hiding something. And that's my mindset with Antarctica. No matter what your opinion is on this topic, if you look at that timeline of what the governments did in Antarctica and how the whole world unanimously agreed that no one can go there freely and privately.
Yeah, but
And that's been like the longest standing
this is my
treaty.
problem with it, right? This is my problem with your opinion on everything. Is that you just
hiding something,
you
man.
just believe it because you're conspiratorial minded. Everything you've said today has given
all the
no
evidence?
evidence whatsoever that you're correct, but you still believe that you are, and that's it. Right? You're bringing up Admiral Byrd, who wasn't a flat earther, as your evidence.
I never said he was.
You're misquoting him as your evidence. You're then getting corrected on it, and you don't care that you've been corrected on it. It's still true.
I haven't been corrected on it. Like he
your
literally
quote
said
was
that there's
right.
a
Was
new
it? So
landmass.
Dave's quote was wrong, and yours was right. Is that what you're saying?
No.
So
I'm
you've been
agreeing with
corrected
this
on it.
quote. I'm saying that he's just interpreting a quote in a certain way where it can be interpreted a different way. He doesn't
He didn't
specifically
new
say.
land at all.
It literally
He
does.
said
He says a new
unexplored.
unseen landmass, unexplored.
Unexplored.
Wait, so when did he
Unseen
say this
land
quote?
beyond the South Pole.
When did he say this quote? What year?
He said it in an interview about a year or two after high jump.
Right. And then when did they allegedly explore that other side of it?
Well, the Russians were over there in the 50s.
Okay, so the Russians already had been there. So he was talking about beyond Antarctica then, wasn't he?
Gladiator, when you talk about Bird and high jump and then they formed all these space agencies, I'm curious, what exactly do you think happened?
Yeah.
What do I think happened?
Yeah, so what do you think high jump was, and what do you think they discovered,
Oh, yeah, I
and then
think-
why they would then do all this stuff?
Yeah, well, there's also Operation Fishbowl, which is where they shot nukes up into the high atmosphere.
That's great, but I asked about. I asked
no, but this
about
was
Bird
this was
going
in a
to
similar
Antarctica.
timeline. It was like within years of each other. So I'm saying that all these things going on together. If you ask me what that was this new. Well, it's all after the Second World War. It's almost like this new world kind of. They were setting things up, like they were going and exploring, and they were writing the story for all the peasants. They went beyond Antarctica. They discovered some stuff. They were like, yeah, these guys don't need to know about this. Like it's way beyond them. Let them just chill.
That's
watch
quite
the
a
football,
leap from what you
have a
were
beer.
told to that.
Like, well, he's asking me to speculate
Yeah,
on what I think that was all about. That's what my
Yeah,
speculation
I'm
is.
just curious why you think, so I can then point out why he's wrong. I just want to hear.
Okay, and I
his
think
side
they
of
were
it first.
shooting nukes into the atmosphere to try and destroy the firmament, and yeah.
To
all
flood
that.
us all, then they wanted to unalive everybody on Earth.
I don't know.
Okay, but what
I kind of see it as like a
They went- so
a bit of a middle finger to God. You know, that's the way I saw it.
Curious. I'm kind of curious how you think that if this firmament was so perfect and it was just created here with intention, that it could just be blown up by some nukes.
Well, it didn't get blown up. It didn't. It obviously didn't work. It obviously didn't
Damn.
work. It obviously
Another
didn't blow up the
suicide
sky,
attempt
did they?
foiled.
Like, did they succeed with Operation Fishbowl? Have you ever looked into it? Do you know
They
what happened?
they succeeded in suicide. Right.
No. They were
Gladiator,
trying to.
notice you deflected.
Let's be hypothetical, right? If they discovered, like, holy shit, we're encased. There's like a literal barrier separating us from the heavens above. Do you not think that, like, the world leaders would be like, let's nuke it? Like, of course they would.
Absolutely. You know, every time I go to an aquarium and I walk through the shark tunnel, I think, let's fucking nuke this.
Well, it's just a bad analogy, though.
Oh, I'll give you that.
It's a very bad
Literally,
analogy.
it's less. It makes more sense than
If
what
you-
you're
if
suggesting.
you- no, it's not.
Wait, Kai, what's the firmament supposed to be separating us from what?
I don't know. I don't like appeal to like biblical stuff. I know they say the water's above. It could be. I have no idea. No idea. I think it's separating us from like God. Like I think all the stuff in the heavens is like way beyond us. Like
Where
way.
does the International Space Station sit then?
Where does it sit? It doesn't sit anywhere. It goes over top of the earth.
Can I just pull this back here?
around
Because
Grogan.
Gladiator, you've deflected again. I asked you about bird
deflected.
in Antarctica, and
Yeah,
you
and people
talked about
asking me
nuking
questions,
fish bowls.
man. Yeah, and I'm answering questions.
Yeah,
And people-
but
then
you're
people
not.
start-
I asked you a question, and you started answering your own question.
No, I didn't. I was answering what I thought they were doing down in Antarctica.
They weren't launching nukes in Antarctica.
I simply
Operation
said that
Fishbowl
Operation
had
Fishbowl
absolutely
took-
nothing to do with Operation High Jump.
It is because if you Google when those two operations took place, it was all within this same window. Okay. So I was just bringing it in as like this is also what they were doing. It was an overall like exploration / the setting up like the new world. Like if they discovered more land, again hypothetical guys, if they discovered more land in the 50s, do you think they're gonna come back and tell everyone and be like, yeah, let's pack up, guys. There's more land.
Why
Okay,
not?
now-
Why not? That's what
now
they
we're
did with
making
every
progress
other
here.
bit of land they
Because
discovered.
they won it for themselves. They won it for themselves. Wait, they didn't do it with Antarctica though. Why didn't they do it with Antarctica?
What?
Why did no country
Dave,
claim
Dave,
Antarctica?
Dave, there's someone on the panel that's been to Antarctica here. Dave, would
Yeah,
you
but
like to
can't
live in
there.
Antarctica?
You can't colonize it.
Yeah, well, so now Gladiators kind of started to get to the point. So you think that Byrd went on this exploration to Antarctica, suddenly discovered all this new land, even though he went there under the guise that the Earth is a globe, had a map of Antarctica with the Earth as a continent, not an ice wall. He somehow discovered this new land beyond Antarctica, realized the Earth is flat, thought, oh shit, let's go back and tell everyone.
I never said he realized any of that. I never said what his
Well, no,
beliefs were on
this is-
cosmology. I never said
Right,
any
but
of
this is why I asked you, and you started talking about nuking fish bowls.
that. No, I said an Operation Fishbowl. Like you're trying to. It's
Yeah,
funny
I'm
you're trying to
well aware, I'm
make
taking
fun
the
of
piss.
it, like the name. That's the name they gave it. Why do you think they called it Fishbowl?
What, as opposed to Operation Nuke the
Well,
Firmament?
think about it. They're shooting nukes
Yeah,
in
why
the
didn't they
sky,
call
and it's
it-
called Operation Fishbowl.
Is it a fishbowl then? Is the
You
firmament a
guys
fishbowl?
are in cognitive
Is the
dissonance, 'cause any
firmament a
normal-
fishbowl?
Any normal
Is it a
person that would
fishbowl?
hear that, they'd go, "Whoa,
is it a
that's
fishbowl?
so weird."
Is it a fishbowl? Has it ever been called a
Well, what's
fishbowl?
it- well,
ever?
What's a fishbowl?
Has it ever
What is
been
it, a
called a fishbowl? Why wouldn't they call it a
No.
terrarium? Why didn't they call it Operation
Yeah.
Terrarium?
Who cares? They called
Why-
it fishbowl.
why did they call it
What do you? Why do
Operation
you?
Epic
Well, I'm asking you.
Fury
Why do you
instead of
think they called it?
Monumental
And you're spinning it on me.
Operation
Why
Monumental
didn't they
Fuck-Up?
call it Operation
I'm asking you
Dome
why they called
or
it fishbowl,
Operation-
and you can't answer it.
Because they called it Operation Fishbowl because
Why?
that's what they called it. I don't fucking know.
Why?
They're not
Yeah, but
calling
what's
it
a
Operation Fishbowl because
now
we're-
describe a fishbowl.
because it's a
Describe to me
fishbowl.
what a fishbowl is.
I'm
Describe to me
gonna
what a fishbowl is.
I'm gonna look up why they called it Operation Fishbowl.
Yeah, you do that. There you go.
I
Do
absolutely
some
Now,
research.
Gladiator.
Never goes well for you when I look
running-
things up, does it, Gladiator?
Well, do you think it's going to be like, oh no? that
Oh, so
person
you're
was
already
lying, it
dismissing
wasn't
what I
called
thought. You just
Operation-
asked me a
No,
question.
No, I'm telling you that it's going to back up what I'm saying.
Matt.
Gladiator,
That they
stop
shot
running
nukes
from me.
into the upper atmosphere and they called it Operation Fishbowl. Fact.
Matt.
Gladiator, stop running from me.
Who's
Answer the
running?
question.
No one's
You.
running. What do you mean
Okay.
running? I'm still up here and I've been talking to you.
Great.
Stop projecting,
Operation
you weirdo.
Fishbowl was after Operation High Jump. I'm talking about Operation High Jump here, so let's
Okay.
just stick to Operation High Jump, and I'm going to ask you about it, and let's see if you can if you can get through an answer without talking about fishbowls and nukes.
Okay.
Okay. So, what do you think happened in Operation High Jump? Why do you think they went there in the first place? What were they looking for? What
I've
do you think
already
they
answered
found
that.
that caused this giant cover-up?
I've already answered that.
By then talking about fishbowls,
No,
you've not actually
That's
talked
wrong.
about what bird
That's
happened.
just wrong. You're just objectively wrong. I answered maybe twice what I think they were doing specifically.
So-
in
so they
Antarctica.
did-
I
so
already
they did-
answered
Why
that.
do you think they went to Antarctica?
Because the Nazis went there. They were chasing
Right.
Nazis.
They went
Fact.
chasing Nazis. What do you think they were
Fact.
looking for there?
Either Nazis or new land, new civilizations. They know what's going on there. There's something there. You could speculate about anything. People say there's
Right.
hidden civilizations and there's
Again.
aliens. I don't know.
Matt, you asked me.
They
I like to
objectively
answer.
got
I like to
very
answer
interested in
questions.
Antarctica
I like to answer.
around a certain decade, and they all
Unlike-
went there, and they came
unlike
back
you.
and they said no one else can go there.
I like to answer questions that I've been asked. So the name Operation Fishbowl was chosen by the US military as an arbitrary code name under a larger aquatic naming convention. It was a sub-program of Operation Dominic, a massive series of 1962 nuclear tests where individual operations and specific detonations were named after sea life, fish and birds. So was it called Operation Bird Bowl, Operation Bird Cage? It was just happened to that one was called Operation Fish Bowl because of all of the others were named after sea life, fish and birds.
Matt, also, Matt, real quick. When you talk about military operations, usually they do two words like high jump, fishbowl, and they're sort of random as long as they put into those things. So back in the
now
40s,
let's just break down those two words, right?
Can I finish what I was saying? For Christ's sake,
I thought you
Jesus
finished.
Christ.
My bad.
Because how exactly was high jump related to Antarctica? Is what I want to know.
Well, it objectively was. High jumped objectively was an expedition to Antarctica, whatever you believe of it. So
No,
you need to catch
why
up.
did they name it high jump and not
Oh, do you know
foreign
why?
land?
Do you know why? I can tell you why. Well, think about it, right? What's a claim that lovers make? That there's a big ice wall, high jump. So very easy, right? Very easy.
Oh fuck off.
Christ.
When you
Or
asked
it
for an
could just be
answer,
two
I gave you a very
arbitrary
good,
words,
legitimate
compound
answer.
words put together
High jump.
by the military that they select.
If you were scaling a cliff, if you were scaling a big cliff, would like high jump be a
You'd call it a climb, not a jump. I'm just gonna. What are you gonna do?
If you thought you were in case,
I'm gonna jump. I'm gonna jump Everest today. I'm gonna go and jump
Yeah,
Everest.
I do rock climb. It's not a high jump. It's a climb.
Yeah, well, they called it high jump.
Why?
So now you're arguing that the names are specific to what they're doing.
You need to jump over the
So
wall.
what's your guys' argument? Are you arguing that the code names are specific to what they're doing? So fishbowl is about us being basically in a fishbowl?
They're not specific to what they're doing. They're random compound words, you
Okay, so then why are
dumbass.
you asking me what I think it means? Why are you asking?
Because if you think fishbowl has a meaning, then that means high jump has to have
Yeah,
a
it
meaning.
does, and I
I'm
gave you what I
using
think
your
the
own
meaning
logic
is.
against
And
you,
I,
you
yeah, and
dumb
I
shit.
gave you the meaning, what I think it is.
And you connect
And
worse
you just
dots
didn't
than
like
a blind person.
You just didn't like the answer, and that's okay.
No, because it
And
makes no
relax.
sense.
Well, you can just calm down, relax, bro. I'm
You
not
don't
taking away your
fluster
ball.
anyone.
We're talking about Antarctica.
Kai,
I clearly
wait,
do.
hold on,
This guy's
hold on,
just come up
Kai.
and he's like so bad.
So Kai, Operation Dominic, which
Yeah.
is where Fishbowl originated from,
Yeah.
what reference does that have?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
Why not?
I don't know what all the references are.
Why not?
It was dominoes that are going to fall over. is what he's gonna
What?
say next, probably.
Forget the name. What were they doing? Why are they shooting nukes in the sky?
It says they were testing them. They was testing things.
Testing what? That they were.
Shall I look that up as well so you can
They'd
deny
already-
it?
You know, they'd already,
I don't know.
They'd already tested nukes on the ground, right?
As-
Why are they shooting them in the sky?
Because, well, as I understand it, they were testing to see what the impact of an high altitude nuke would be in case the Soviets tried it on them. They wanted to know, would it cause any major issues over the US before the Soviets tried doing it? Like, would it cause problems for their communications? Would it knock
Yeah.
anything out?
That's
That's
exactly
they
what I'm
wanted to know.
reading
They
here,
wanted
yeah.
to know the ship. Yeah,
Oh, that's what
there we go.
happens,
Amazing
right?
what a bit of research does.
So
yeah,
was
yeah,
it
I've
called
looked into
Operation
that. You
Paperclip
think
because
that
engineers
just
use paper
disproves
clips?
it? You think they can't just come up with a claim? You guys go and read the official narrative and believe it.
And you
Like,
and
that's
you
literally
listen
what
to
you're
a
doing.
bell end on the internet and believe it. What's the
No, I'm
difference?
inferring. I'm thinking.
But I've been part
These
of
guys are
operations
shooting
with
nukes in
random
the sky.
names because I served in the military. You bell end, you haven't.
What? Yeah. Oh, you think you're flexing that you served in the military?
No,
that's
I'm
the
explaining
most.
to you
That's
how
the
it
most
fucking works.
slave-like
You
thing you
can't
can do.
Can I
bro.
just say something? Can I
Never
just say
flex
something?
that you're in the military again.
Gladiator,
It's
it's
so
time
embarrassing.
it's time for a reality check, Gladiator. You're sitting here debating with someone that's been to Antarctica about Antarctica and
So
someone
what?
that's
What we
been in the
debating?
military about military shit, and you're pretending that you've got more expertise than both of them.
So someone who's not been in the military can't criticize the military, and someone who hasn't been to
no.
Antarctica can't talk about something that
It's
happened
nothing to do
way
with
before me or
criticising the
Dave were even
military.
born.
You don't know anything about it. It's not criticising
What
it.
did-
You're
what
not,
did I say
it's
about the military?
No
What did I say
expertise.
about it?
Everything that you've mentioned about Operation Fishbowl and everything else that you're saying it wasn't true is about the military. That's what they were doing there, right?
Okay, so let me ask this then. This is a very good military question. Do you think that if you go and read the official narrative behind what was the reason behind a specific operation, do you think that's always going to be true? Or do you think there's perhaps maybe secret operations?
That's not always going to be true.
So do you think it's possible that maybe there's been operations conducted by the government or elements of the government?
Yes, if you've
that
got
they do in
evidence of that. Have you got
secret,
evidence of that?
And they don't. So you're just saying it doesn't happen.
No, have you got
And
evidence
some of
of
these
it?
claims have evidence that people have pulled out and actually changed the narrative.
Yeah.
Look at the USS
Okay,
Vincennes
so
shooting down
the
the,
US
Iranian airliner, where people found the evidence and they had to come out and change it. Now, here's the thing.
Okay, so
forced
Operation
the
Northwoods,
change.
how about that? Operation Northwoods, it was a real test it was a real thing that the American government was going to do. They were going to like hijack a plane and kill a bunch of American civilians to basically stoke a war with Cuba, right?
Yeah.
This is a real thing they were going to do under Kennedy. So that clearly shows that the governments at a high level will conspire.
And what happened with that, Gladiator?
JFK turned it down, and then JFK turned it down, and then he got murdered like a few years later. That's what happened.
Because yes,
for fuck's sake.
but nobody did it, did
Oh,
they?
so let me guess. You believe the official narrative to JFK? You think Lee Harvey Oswald acted alone?
Dude,
Really?
you know what? I need one more for my bingo card. Can you
can't
maybe
even
try
answer it.
one more?
You-
Because
you
I'm
can't even
gonna
answer
go
it.
there without any
You
problem.
can't even answer it.
I'm curious, Dan. What do you think about JFK?
JFK, I think there's enough anomalies there. There needs to be more questions. I don't think it was a single
Yeah.
bullet because of the amount of injuries and everything else. But at the
So the
same
official
time,
narrative is
I'm not a
wrong.
crackpot who's sitting there saying
So the
it was the
official narrative is
CIA
wrong.
because the Bay of Pigs in Operation Northwoods and everything else.
Well, that's just a
Right,
fact.
can I just
Operation
say
Northwoods is a
something,
fact.
Gladiator, that you seem to be
So,
missing here? When
official narrative was wrong, man.
I'm not talking. I'm not saying the official narrative is never wrong. I'm saying when there is evidence that you can look at that can't be explained, then you question the official narrative. You are not
What
giving
evidence?
any evidence to this. You are just saying I don't believe it
Yes, I
because
am.
I don't believe them. That is your argument. I don't trust the government,
No.
therefore they were trying to smash through the firmament. Like that is what
No.
literally what you said. It's not the same thing.
No, I'm not
Yes.
just looking at Operation Fishbowl and going, therefore there's a firmament. That's not what I'm doing.
Yes, you are.
Well,
That's
I would like
exactly
to
what
I'm
see
saying
what
that there was
evidence
in
of
a-
the firmament
in a
would be,
span
because
period of
how
about a
high is it? What is it
decade.
made of? Where does it go? Where does it come down? Where does it touch the earth? All this stuff. This is stuff. If you're going to believe in
Feed
a
me,
firmament,
feed
because
me.
of Operation
Feed
Fishbowl.
me. Tell me my whole universe, please. Like that's what you sound
No,
like.
you said firmament. Tell me what it is.
Tell
because
me,
I can bounce
please.
radio off the
Gladiator,
waves off the
everything
fucking
you're
moon.
saying
I
is
need-
you
I need
are
to know my whole
copying
universe,
people
please.
on the internet. You are no different to anybody you pretend to
I don't
hate.
expect-
You
I
are
don't- I
exactly
don't
the
expect to
same.
know-
You've never
What?
done anything for yourself ever, ever, ever. So what is the difference between you and
What are
everybody
you
else
talking
that's such a sheep, according to you? Tell me what you've done
don't-
to confirm
I
any
don't-
of your beliefs.
I don't believe what I'm told. I went and looked
You
into
do.
the
You are
actual
parroting
history
things
and
you've been
story of
told
stuff.
on the internet. It's the same thing.
Okay, yeah, well, we're all parroting information. We all
So
get
why are you pretending
information's
that other
passed
people
by-
doing it and you can't stand it because you're such a free
What I
thinker?
was mocking there, wait, just calm down. What I was mocking there was this guy basically saying, please spoon feed me the whole universe, tell me how everything works in the universe. I would
No,
never do
no,
that.
no,
I
no.
never
I asked
expect
specifically
someone to
about the
tell me
firmament.
everything. Yeah,
I
you're
asked
like,
about
how
the
big is it?
firmament.
What was it
No,
made of?
because listen
how
to
high
me.
is it?
Let me explain. The reason why is because
Who
I
knows?
can bounce radio waves off the moon. I can bounce lasers off the moon through a university. I know what the distance is of those places. If there is
Like,
anything
literally, who
but a
knows?
vacuum, shut up and let me finish. If there is any place besides any sort of thing that was besides a refractive index, which would reflect radio waves or the laser. It doesn't. Just like I told you that there's 4 individual sites in North America from the East Coast to the West Coast, including Bermuda, that could all see the same signal, and the same signal, when you map them out, all go to the same place at 35,000 kilometers away. That's what it is. You still don't have an answer for that. You said balloons.
Yeah. Not to mention only that, but the fact that with the ISS and other satellites, we can track their motion across our sky, use radar ranging, and get their exact velocity values using Doppler shifting.
Jesus.
Right? We can do that too. No government required. That's just a little bit of technology and a little bit of ingenious setting up a telescope properly.
Yeah. I never said we can't track the ISS. I never said that.
Right, hang on. Right, 2 seconds, guys.
Like, you just make these claims like I deny it.
So, hold on a second. Right, so Dan, can you do me a favour? These are your super chats. Can you read that out for me? Can you see that, Dan? Because I can't fucking read
something
it.
about. So I said something about the fact that all synchronous fiber optic networks have to account for time dilation. The fact that he's here on a live proves that time dilation is accounted for.
Right. We'll leave that. Gladiator, we'll park that one. I've got some more to do here. And then Dan again says this, whatever the fuck. You've used all these words I can't fucking read. I'm from Essex. Network has to account for time dilation to work. The fact that Kai, I guess you're trying to say, is in this live proves that his ignorance isn't a debunk. There you go. That's another one from Danny who's on the panel. You can address these in a sec. Conspiracy Music Studios here for the €5 says, Earth is flat as fuck. Nikola Tesla, 1945, and Admiral Byrd, 1959. Right, so that's obviously true. And then Steve Fisher has said here with a Scouser with a Liverpool badge, probably from fucking the south though. This cunt should have entered Cats Tall Tales Championship. He'd have pissed it. That's what. Oh yeah, I saw a bit of that. Cats Tall Tale Championship. And then Aaron, what's this? I don't even know what this is. Sorry, mate. 100%. It says JFK was shot by one gun from the book depository. Ballistics confirmed this. That's what he says. I got my questions. Oh, there you go. Do you want to address any of that, Gladiator? Or Kai, whatever the fuck you want to be called. I don't know. I don't know. I've seen him do this before. He goes off for a bit and then suddenly vanishes and then says that everybody's scared of him in the chat. Did anyone else want to make a point to him for when he can, if he can?
So I'll finish this and I'm going to get back to the beach.
Okay.
Thousands of people have verified the distance to the moon using radio signals. It's actually like a badge of honor. They can time it. They know exactly what the distance is. They can tell what the difference is in the orbit by using the time and everything else. Same thing with lasers, down to, I believe, within a single meter. So unless the firmament is going to be more than 380 kilometers or 1,000 kilometers up, we don't know where it is. So we'll leave it at that.
Crying about the firmament. Come on, man.
Still crying because you can't look up anything on your own?
Nah, I have to go get some food, actually.
Oh, that's right. Because then
wait, what can't I look up? Wait a minute, I can't look up on my own. The other one that was like, oh, what's the firmament made of? Oh, where's it at? Like,
no, I wasn't crying. I was asking you a bunch of questions because if you believe in a firmament, that means you have to have some sort of empirical evidence, right? Not just, it's called Operation Fishbowl.
No, that wasn't my evidence for the firmament.
Oh, okay. Let me guess. Something biblical?
Nope.
Oh, okay. So you have evidence then.
What then?
I've never read the Bible ever. So you can try again.
No, you tell us. By all means, provide your evidence because there's a Nobel Prize coming your way.
Okay. Well, in my mind, yeah, Nobel Prize.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. I guess that we can dissuade that right off the bat as soon as you say in your mind.
Okay. Well, it would appear to me that there's a claim of the globe model that directly violates. I forget what it's called. It's like
violated by gas. Violated by gas.
There you go.
Yeah. Well, it's the idea that you can't have any sort of pressurized system. You can't have it existing next to a near perfect vacuum as our space is defined. You can't have it existing next to it without some sort of physical containment between them, because if not, that gas is going to violently fill the available space. And that's a fact. That can be demonstrated down here on Earth. I could get like a can of deodorant, which is a pressurized system. Okay, there's a substance inside, and if that's pressurized system, that can of deodorant is within a vacuum chamber I've made up, that all that gas is going to stay in there. But if I crack that open, if I break that confinement, what's going to happen to all that gas? It's going to fill the available space. It's going to seek equilibrium, right?
Like it doesn't fill all of the available space at the top of the firmament.
Stop deflecting. So how's show me?
Why do you say deflecting to everything? That's completely on topic.
What's that got to do with?
You're talking. You are talking like the Earth has a dome and there is pressure against the dome everywhere, and if the dome cracks, it'll all go shooting out. But why is there all at the top of Mount Everest then?
There's a gradient. There's a pressure gradient.
Yes, and so therefore it hasn't rushed violently to fill the available space, has it?
Yeah, but if there was no container, it would.
What?
That's what I'm saying.
Where's the container between the ground and the top of a mountain?
Exactly.
What?
Where is the container between the ground and the bottom of a mountain that stops the air that's at the ground that's higher pressure from escaping up to the top of the mountain?
No, I'm saying the whole Earth is within a contained system.
Yeah, we know what you're saying.
Yeah,
but you just made the comment.
Why would you ask something so ridiculous then?
Because I'm talking to you, that's why. I have to be ridiculous.
But like, how long have you been looking into this?
I have to be ridiculous. So why can't, if I'm so useless at this, why can't you answer this question? Why can't you answer this question? If I'm so ridiculous and so crap at this, why can't you tell me what is the container stopping things from getting to the top of the firmament? Why is there a partial vacuum up
No, the
there?
container's not stopping. The container's not what's making.
You just
Well, I would say that to have a pressure gradient, yes, you need a pressure system, which implies a container. You can't have pressure without containment, but it's not the actual firmament at the top that's like having an effect on it.
No,
that's just stopping it from escaping.
Oh, really?
What I'm saying is, yes. I'm saying is,
you wouldn't say that there's. So you wouldn't say that there's available space at the top of the firmament then.
Well, no, there is available space, but I'm saying...
So why isn't it violently rushing to it then?
Yeah, because there are other forces acting upon it.
Oh, right, okay.
Right.
Yeah. You think it's bending, warping space-time gravity.
And you have nothing at all. You have nothing at all.
No, hold on. Well, that's not true. That's just not true.
Oh.
There's a measurable downward electric bias on the Earth. And we all know that electricity does affect gases.
Hi, I am so glad.
Them.
I am so glad.
And also,
that you brought up
I'm not done yet.
electromagnetism. Let me
calm down. I never even said magnetism, so just calm down. I didn't finish yet.
Well, we can
also
there's
work
more
off
electrostatics too, because it doesn't help you out.
Yeah, okay. So there's also a gas production cycle where it's heaviest at the bottom. So the ground creates gases and absorbs gases and makes new gases. So it's all like a cycle at the bottom. So obviously there's going to be a gradient. Obviously, that you said magic, like anyone could just go Google that and see it's true. This is why.
No. Sorry, I wasn't saying magic that you were claiming it's magic. I meant magic as in, oh, good, you brought that bullshit argument up because I am waiting for it.
Yeah. Okay. How long have you been looking into this?
Well, me, I've been doing it for about 2 or 3 years.
2 or 3 years.
Yeah, 2 or 3 years of making videos, picking apart these arguments with basic common sense.
I thought you did it longer, but fair enough.
Yeah. So,
Cass,
sorry, go on, Jules.
Just really quick, Cast over on X. I sent you a picture of something that I have in my notepad demonstrating how electrostatics cannot account for why things fall to the ground at the rate we know they do.
Okay.
While you're pulling that up, Matt, so Gladiator,
invoke electrostatics. So there's a measurable downward electric current, and that would have an effect on gases. So
Gladiator,
I had to keep up.
Keep that in mind.
Gladiator, you've just rambled saying that the Earth can't be a globe because you can't have pressurized gas next to
you
a near perfect.
You didn't even let me get to my killer point. You didn't even let me get
I was trying to do that about Admiral Byrd, and you kept talking about balls. So, yeah, fucking shoes on the other foot now.
What did I keep talking about?
I was trying to talk about Admiral Byrd and Operation High Jump, and you kept deflecting to Operation Fishbowl.
Wrong.
So
What did I say they were doing in Antarctica?
Jesus Christ!
Oh,
No,
so you
we'll
can't
come back to
repeat it?
Antarctica.
So you can't just
We will
claim
come
that I
back to
didn't say it
Antarctica
just
in a
'cause you
minute
can't
because
repeat
we're
it.
already way into this now.
Well, no, you're making a claim against me. You're trying to assassinate my character, and I'm just proving you know nothing. You can't even steelman what I said. So this is embarrassing.
You wouldn't let me speak long enough to steelman anything you said.
Okay.
So now I'm going to steelman what you said. So you made the claim.
Jesus, I can't read that.
There's a law that means that the Earth can't be a globe because the high pressure on the Earth would expand into the near perfect vacuum of space.
Yeah.
You made that claim,
And
correct?
what was the experiment that I said I could do?
Did you make that claim, yes or no?
Well, that wasn't the whole claim, but yes, that was part of it.
Right. So, do you also agree that there are people who sent up high-altitude weather balloons and rockets to several 100,000 feet where the measurable air pressure is basically zero?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So that is, even if you're saying that the Earth is flat here and within a dome, you have rockets and balloons traveling from the ground where there is high air pressure, going up to a level where there is measurably a near-perfect vacuum and no barrier in between. So you've just debunked your own argument.
No, because they don't go into the vacuum. They don't make that cross. They come back down. And they're not in the near perfect vacuum. You say it's almost near zero, but it's not the actual vacuum of space they're in. So that's wrong.
You're in a near perfect vacuum. A perfect vacuum does not exist. There is no such thing as a perfect. There is no such thing as a perfect vacuum. It does not exist. It is a theoretical thing.
What about the vacuum of space? What's that?
It's exactly what you described it as, a near perfect vacuum.
Yeah, perfect. So we'll go with that.
No, near. Do you not understand what the word near means?
Near
does not
perfect.
mean perfect.
Yeah, I never said perfect. There's always going to be something there. I'm fully aware of that.
A vacuum
near
is a
perfect.
lack of anything. A bit like your arguments, really.
Yeah, nice add-on.
There's
nothing.
So
can you show me? So can you show me an experiment down here on Earth that anyone can do where you can show me a near perfect vacuum similar to that we would find in outer space as defined, and can you show me a pressurized gas system existing adjacent to it without some sort of physical containment separating the two?
So you're now strawmanning the globe, are you?
No. Nice try.
How far is the distance on the globe model? How far is the distance between this high pressure area that you're talking about to where we get to a near perfect vacuum?
Show me it. Show me the whole gradient you're claiming. I'm saying you're making a claim. I'm saying show me.
I'm asking you to tell me what the globe model prediction is for how gradual of a gradient
you're
does the
answering
globe
my
model
question with a
predict.
question. That's what you're doing.
Do you agree that there's a gradient?
Yes, I'm saying you
what is
couldn't
your
even
issue
have
then?
that gradient. I'm saying that it has to be contained. There has to be a container, and that's why there's a firmament. That's what I'm saying.
Right. Well, you're asking me to show you the pressure gradient.
And I'm saying, can you
How
show me
much of a
any sort
pressure
of
gradient?
demonstrable scientific experiment? And you can't. You keep deflecting.
Ty, all you need is a force that dissipates with distance.
Show me.
Because we know that a pressure is defined as a force acting over some area.
Cool story.
So if a pressure gradient is dissipating with distance from the surface of something, we must know that there must be a force which dissipates with distance.
Make a pressure gradient in a lab without a container. Show me.
Oh, I'm sorry. You want me to create a 100-kilometer high lab?
No.
Yeah.
You know physics is
called an atom.
scalable, right? You know physics scales. So can you show me in a lab a pressure gradient without
called
a
an
container, without a physical container?
Sure, it's called an atom.
It's called an atom. So can anyone else do it?
It's called an atom. That's right.
Yeah, you've already
How
said
do you
that.
think the
You know that's
electrons
ridiculous.
stay around the nucleus?
Jesus Christ, man.
It doesn't have a container.
Jesus. Bro.
Gladiator, I need you to clarify something.
This guy said an atom.
So you're saying that pressure needs a container, right? And you're saying when pressure has a container, when you open
saying
the
it can't
container,
exist to a-
pressure.
it can't exist next to
I
a
get what
vacuum
you're saying. So
without
I need a yes or no. Does pressure rush to the available space when it's available?
Yeah, but there's obviously other forces acting upon it.
So no, then.
There's other forces acting upon it, but it still all requires containment.
How? When there's nothing up there? How do you know? How does it know that there's a container above it when there's nothing pushing against that container above
How does it? What do you mean? How does it know?
What is stopping it from just escaping?
What do you mean stopping it from escaping?
When you're saying that there is a gradient, but the top of the dome is irrelevant to that gradient.
No, it's not irrelevant. I'm agreeing that the air gets thinner and thinner the higher you get up.
Right.
In the aerosol
saying,
can
you
example
show me
that
that
you gave,
happening without a container?
You're saying two things at once is my point.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Okay, fine. Okay, fine then.
You guys still haven't given me a single experiment. Not one.
Great, Gladiator. Tell you what. Let's put it this way then.
Stop fake laughing, please. It's really shit when you do that.
Since you say science is scalable, and we should be able to, according to you, we should be able to demonstrate the 14.5 psi pressure difference that occurs over 60 miles.
No.
You think we should be able
In a
to do
container.
this? Hang on.
A container.
Let me speak.
You don't need a container.
Oh, sorry, without a container, because that's your claim. You're saying there is no.
Let me speak. You are claiming that we should be able to demonstrate, without a container, a 14.5 psi pressure difference across what is 60 miles on a globe in a lab. That's what you're saying we should be able to show because, according to you, quote, science is scalable.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
No, that's exactly what you're saying. You can deny it all you like, but
Okay,
you're
so
asking me...
What was my specific? I described an experiment I could do. What was it specifically? Can you tell me that experiment I said we could do?
You wanted me to show you a pressure gradient.
Okay, you can't do it
without
so
a container.
I'm gonna do it now. Okay, so you don't understand what I'm saying. I'm saying I literally said an experiment that I will do that will prove my claim. The idea is some sort of can of something, so a can of deodorant is the best to visualize. Right? I'm saying when I have that in a vacuum, if I break that containment of the can of deodorant, all of the stuff of all the deodorant is going to fill the available space. I'm saying, can you make some sort of experiment where that doesn't happen and you can just have that deodorant sit there and not fill the available space when there's no containment to separate them?
Yes, I can.
Yeah,
I can do that.
We've literally just gone through this.
Your dome. There you go.
What?
Your dome. It's not filling. It's not
can
filling
anyone
the
do it?
available
Can
space.
anyone do it?
So
your dome.
Your dome. We live in a dome according to you. So your own Earth disproves the claim you just made.
So we're in the dome. Thank
you. We clearly not, are we? We're clearly not, are we? Because you just said it can't be shown.
We proved the firmament this live. That's amazing.
Yeah.
You're claiming
anyone got an
gas
experiment?
pressure in that can would fill the available space.
Have you
We're
got an
asking,
experiment,
why does
Dave?
it not go and
The
fill the available
delusion.
space that's above our heads?
Let's say that again.
Atoms work like that. There's no containment to hold an electron to a proton. And do you know why? Do you know why they don't just fly off? Because of their charge?
The desperation from that lady in the chat.
So now that we're
Please explain to me how. I'm curious. I'm curious, Gladiator, because there's someone in the chat. The desperate flat earthers in the chat are just jumping on Gladiator's claim. Can you just tell me how I just proved the dome? Can you explain that to the chat, please?
Wait, can I do what?
No. Can you just explain how I just proved the dome? Because the chat that are supporting you are saying that somehow I just proved the dome. By proving that two of your claims don't match up with each other, I proved the dome.
I asked for an experiment, and you just said, "Oh, well, the whole Earth's contained, right?"
Yeah, according to you, yes.
No, that's not what we said.
Do you know what an internal
that's what
critique
Wattcast
is?
said.
According to you, yes.
So
why isn't it filling the space? That has been my question the whole time that you cannot answer.
Because I said there were other forces acting upon it.
Yes. So you then asked me to prove this, and I said use your dome. If you think there is a dome, then why isn't the same thing as the deodorant can happening within the dome?
It's called gravity.
Because there's other forces acting upon it, but it's still within.
But no forces in the deodorant.
The forces, but
okay,
we're
so
not.
I could replicate
gravity.
So just to clarify, I didn't just prove the dome, then did I? I just proved that you're double speaking. Is what I proved.
So can I ask a question here really quick that I think might gain some clarification?
Yeah, go ahead.
And you can literally show.
Go ahead.
That the gap. Yeah.
So Kai, I want to ask you, strip everything from the universe as we know it right now. The Earth, the sun, the planets, the other stars, everything. Get rid of it all. Okay? Then take a single gas particle, place it in space at some arbitrary location. Anywhere. Then go and place right next to it another gas particle. Do you think that because these particles are supposed to fill this, quote, empty space, that they should just arbitrarily disperse from one another? Is that really what you think?
I don't know. I don't know what weird hypothetical universe you just invoked where there's nothing.
Well,
I like
no,
to work in reality.
Says the man that thinks we're in a dome.
Experiment that you can do in a lab.
So
you
it's
guys
simply,
are still
Kai,
yet to produce any actual real tangible experiment you can do in a lab.
It's trying to pick your brain about what you think the mechanics
You're
should be
evading and not
about
providing an
gas
actual experiment.
interacting with a vacuum.
Yeah, okay.
Kai, I'm only trying to get what your idea is about the interactions of gas with this vacuum thing that we're describing.
Yeah.
It's only me trying to pick your brain.
I'm saying, I'm
If
telling you what
had-
objectively would happen in reality is that if there was no physical containment, the gas would violently rush in and fill the available space.
But it doesn't.
They would
in
just
a dome.
disperse away from one another.
Gravity.
So they would
The
just
only way
disperse
you
away.
can stop. So the only way you can stop this, though,
Ah.
is yes,
Is it
if you
gravitational
introduce,
pull?
A
some
downward
other
force.
forces. But you
gravity.
cannot do that without it still being in a container. So you can
Okay.
create a gradient. I could literally go in a lab,
What's a gas?
get a big
Do you even know
bottle,
what a gas is?
and I could make a pressure gradient within that bottle, but it's still contained. It has to be contained because
Okay,
if it wasn't
Gladiator.
contained, it would leave the bottle. Okay.
Okay, Gladiator.
Not true.
Gladiator, let me just get this straight. You're arguing that you can have gas pressure going into then gradually decreasing into a vacuum, and that's absolutely fine if way beyond the vacuum there is a barrier.
That's
That's
exactly
not
what he's
actually
saying.
physically stopping the gas from going, but as long as there's a barrier up there somewhere,
Yeah.
we're okay.
That's exactly what he's saying. I don't think he realizes how absolutely ridiculous that is. So what? So if you take that barrier,
Just talk
if you
over
take
me.
the
Just let
barrier
him
above,
strawman me, then talk
no,
over
that's exactly what you just said. Tell me where he was wrong. What did he say that you don't believe there?
I don't think that it turns into this near perfect vacuum. I don't believe in the near perfect vacuum of space.
But we know it does because we measure it.
No, we say it gets thinner. It can get thinner and thinner. But the actual floaty near perfect vacuum of
Thinner
space
is a near vacuum at the top of your dome. Right.
Okay.
So what does the
So-
barrier actually do
Well,
there? What does the barrier actually do?
It stops the Earth's pressurized system
Even though there's no pressure
from
there.
leaving.
Kind of does.
It
Take it
stops
away,
from
what
leaving.
happens? Take
You-
it
have
away.
you ever-
Put a hole in it, what happens?
What?
If you put a hole in that barrier, what happens? When there's hardly anything pushing against it, what happens?
Yeah, like if you had a can of deodorant and you stuck a knife in it.
Talking
it would all
about
start-
your dome.
it would all
Talking
start-
about your dome.
It would all start leaving, right? It would start going.
It would all
flying
rush up
right?
suddenly, would it?
No, it'd leave if you wherever you put.
Oh,
wherever
it
you
wouldn't
put that
violently
hole-
rush towards it now then.
What?
You said violently rush earlier, so it wouldn't. It would just casually piss out now, would it?
No, it would violently rush. Like if you have a can
why?
of deodorant and you stick a knife in it.
Why isn't so?
and
Why
you
isn't it?
remove
So
that
why
knife, what
isn't it
happens?
violently rushing up anyway when it's already fucking nothing there at the top of the fucking dome?
Because the most of the Earth's its densest point is at the bottom.
Yes. So tell me why
For
the
many
barrier's
reasons.
important.
Because even if it was denser at the bottom, if we were surrounded by this literal, like you need to understand, it's not like there's a tiny
Yeah,
sliver
it's me
of
that doesn't
perfect
understand.
vacuum.
Yeah.
There
Needs to
is
say
millions
because of
and
gravity.
gajillions and billions and miles of this near perfect vacuum that you guys call space surrounding
That
us.
you call the top of
Our
the firmament.
atmosphere is like a tiny little sliver. It's
You call space the top of the firmament. It's the same
I'm
thing.
saying that if there was no barrier between the two, our atmosphere would just go poof, it would be gone.
Okay.
You cannot
roughly,
and you cannot replicate any sort.
gravitational pull.
You guys still haven't come up with an experiment. It's been about 10 minutes. You guys still haven't done it.
I've just told you.
Because you're asking us to scale down the
Go through
planet
it
of
in
the
detail
Earth.
for the whole chapter.
Right, hold on a second. Right, I've got some super chats here for you.
Yeah, no experiments whatsoever.
It's a gravitational pull.
Gladiator, you've never even looked at the sky, so fuck off with your experiments.
Well,
right, you've
I've invoked
It's a
an experiment.
gravitational
Of course,
pull.
I've looked
That's
at
why
the
it doesn't
sky.
go flying out. That's why it's
I've
heavier
never
at
looked
the
at the
bottom
sky.
than it is at the top.
So IC Spin says,
Moron.
hold on. IC Spin says for $2. Please ask your guest, why do you pretend to be a fluff? He doesn't even believe that you're real. So yeah, I do question it myself. This
It's just
guy,
code. Like, that's just
TX
pure code.
Digi says, I live in Dallas. Been to Dealey Plaza many times. The shot from the book depository window was 100% doable. It isn't as far as depicted.
He's talking about JFK.
Yeah, I know he is. I was wondering though, that wasn't there some kind of problem with the way they could reload the gun and shoot so fast? With
There was so much. Those magic bullets. There's so much wrong with it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if they could get the shots off quick enough.
But no, you know, I'm sure there's nothing to look into, guys. I'm sure it was just normal. Yeah.
Right, hang on. I've
Leave
got another one here.
Oswald, he acted alone.
Kuros, $5 says, ask him to show a demo of a snow globe with 14.7 psi at the bottom and near zero at the top with a heat source adding energy to the system. Can you do that?
You're
laughing. You're laughing.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, but I could show you a.
That's literally what you're asking us to do. So can you do that?
No. I could. Yes, I could.
Oh, really?
Absolutely show you a. I mean, I don't know. I guess it could be a snow globe shape sort of object.
Yeah.
Which within it does have a pressure gradient. Absolutely.
Oh.
But guess what would happen?
Go ahead.
If I just sliced the top of it off. Guess what would happen?
If there's
So when
zero,
it was sit there,
if there's
it
near
would
zero
leave.
at the
It
top,
would leave and
I
enter
would
the
wonder.
space.
Do please
It
tell
would leave,
Gladiator,
right?
do please tell us
And
how
that's
you can get a
happening
snow
down
globe.
here on Earth, where you guys say gravity is the strongest, but you're saying way up at the upper
Hold on.
edges of the atmosphere.
I'm
no,
going
that's
to
where it's
reread
pulling
this
it and it's
super
stopping
chat.
it from
I'm
escaping.
going to reread this super chat so you can answer it properly without pretending it said something it didn't say. Ask him to show a demo of a snow globe with 14.7 psi at the bottom and near zero at the top with a heat source adding energy to the system. Can you show us that?
No, that's why I mocked it at first. I said, no, I cannot model the whole universe.
Okay, so with zero at the
You're
top,
expecting us to model it.
with zero at the
No,
top,
I mean, I
and
could
then
do
you
that part, but I couldn't do like adding the he's saying like add the sun and stuff. Is that what he's saying?
yeah, like
Okay,
you know,
fine,
like
then show us the
you know,
pressure
like the
gradient
place that you believe we live. It'd be just like that.
Well,
Why
that's
can't
the
you
thing,
model
like,
it?
You know, people have done that. People have
Have
modeled.
they? Where? You got a link?
The reflection. Yes, I'm pretty sure I did it last time, and you just hand waved it. You said. It
Oh
was
no, I'm
bollocks.
pretty sure you didn't. Well, you showed me a snow globe with a sun in it and PSI
No, I linked the
14.7
guy's
at the bottom and
name.
zero at the top. Did you last
I
time?
linked a guy's name who modelled how the sun works with dome optics.
Oh, that's got nothing to do with what I'm asking you to do here, though, is it?
Well, he's just asking about the sun. So he's talking specifically about a pressurized system
Yes,
with a
with
pressure
a
gradient.
heat source in it.
Yes.
Yeah, that could.
Forget,
That,
you
that
can
could be
forget the heat source
replicated.
if you want. Just show us the pressure gradient.
Yeah.
Yeah, show us your experiment.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, that could be replicated.
You're asking us for this,
on,
Nick. You're asking us for this
Well,
on
what's
the
your
globe.
claim? You guys are making the claim.
No, you're the
No.
one that's claiming that we're under a bulb
No.
that's got 14.7
No, but
psi
I've
at the bottom
shown
and
that
near
pressure
zero at the
system
top.
needs a
So
container.
demonstrate it.
You're yet to show that pressure system doesn't need a container. It's been maybe
You're
20
yet to
minutes
show
now.
you can get
You
that
guys
pressure
cannot
gradient
bring
in
one
a container.
experiment. You guys can't bring one experiment. That's fine.
You can look at any atom.
Someone's
and
just
see-
told
I
you
guess-
exactly what
okay,
you need
so
to
you
do.
can't. Okay, cool. Now can we move on?
Someone's just told you exactly what you need to do to prove your flat Earth based on your logic. You've got to do this: 14.7 psi at the bottom and near zero at the top with a heat source, adding energy to the system within a snow globe. If you can do that, then I will accept that your model can work. Can you do that? When you go and ask one of the other, the top tier ones if they can do that, I bet they can't. So we've got Billionaire Jim. Billionaire Jim says, so what if there was only 10 psi in the can and 14.5 psi was the ambient? What would rush into what? There you go. He's gone.
He's gone off again.
I don't know what he's doing. Probably going to get some more grub. This does crack me up. Like there could be, if the firmament was way, if the top of the firmament was way higher than it is, to the point that it went into space, what, they would accept gravity. Is that what they're saying? I don't understand.
Well, that's what I was trying to get from him, is the fact that he's arguing that there's this pressure gradient, but you hit pretty much near zero before you get to whatever height the firmament
so
should
it
be.
does exist.
So if he's saying you can have several miles of vacuum and it's not a problem, then you can have millions of miles of vacuum. In which case you could just say, oh well, maybe there is a big container in the universe, but it's just far beyond what we can see, and the Earth's still a globe.
Yeah. Exactly.
What Cass? Really quick, just because I know I have to go soon.
Yeah.
Do you want to pull up that picture that I sent you so I can show Kai this?
I couldn't read it. Can you do me a favor? If you can
Yeah.
you just jump into YouTube and go into my YouTube chat and drop the link for it in there, and then because I can't really do anything otherwise. Everything starts to.
Maybe.
Is Gladiator ran off again? He popped back in a second ago.
No, I haven't run off. I just went and did it because you guys are. Let me just make it very clear for the room.
You went and did it.
You guys have,
okay, bring up.
You guys have claimed that I'm not going to be able to, or it's not possible to make an experiment where you have a pressurized gradient system, and this guy used an example of a snow globe, or you could use a bottle, or you could use a container that's the size of a room or the size of a TV. It doesn't really matter, right? The idea is, yes, you can make a pressurized gradient system. There's many different ways they do it.
You can make it 14 psi at the
you
bottom
guys
and
are
0
wrong.
at the top. Yep. Have you got that?
No. Cat, hang on. Gladiator, before you try and swindle your way out of this one, let me just clarify, because I've got a sneaking
Hold on.
suspicion
Yeah,
where you're
I'll do
trying to
this.
go with this.
Hang on. Yeah, go on, Dave. Carry on.
Yeah.
We can get.
What I can do really quick, because I can have this camera pulled up. Can you guys see this all right on the screen?
Kinda.
So this is a really quick electrostatics calculation for the acceleration value that we observe. So we know from Newton's second law that the sum of all forces that act on an object is equal to its mass times its acceleration. And for the case of electrostatics, where we want to consider a charge's presence inside of an electric field, which you said that there is a constant downward bias due to the electric field of the Earth, roughly 100 volts per meter, right? That force is represented by Q times E. That's Coulomb's law. So if that's the only force that acts on an object that makes it fall, we can set mass times acceleration equal to the charge times the electric field, since they both represent the force of Coulomb's law, represents the total force acting. We know that all objects accelerate at 9.81 meters per second squared, independent of their mass. We know that's a constant value. And the electric field value near the surface of the Earth is 100 volts per meter or 100 newtons per coulomb when you convert it to proper units. Therefore, if we want to find the charge that's needed to accelerate, for example, a human of roughly 150 pounds or 68 kilograms, at that rate of 9.81 meters per second squared, you rearrange, dividing over the electric field. So we have mass times acceleration divided by E, do some math, and we get this charge value of 6.67 coulombs. Now, this charge is comparable to a lightning strike. So, to accelerate a human downward at the known rate that we know is observed, you would have to have the charge comparable to a lightning strike flowing through the human body at any given time. Not only that, but for individual masses of different, or for individual objects of different masses, this charge value would have to be different for each coinciding object, which it isn't.
Okay, so I didn't even invoke electrostatics this time. This guy really felt the need to debunk something I didn't even invoke yet.
Yes, you did. You literally said it earlier.
Because it sounds like you
I never
did
said
earlier.
electrostatics.
What did you say?
I
You
said
know we
there's a
have playback,
downwards. I
right?
said there's a downward electrical bias on the
Which
Earth.
is
by a force, right?
An electrical current.
by force, right?
So that's just
Electrostatic forces?
dictating the direction things go. It's not dictating how much force there is. It's just the direction. That's just
Thank
like why
you.
things
I
tend
would
to go down.
thank you. That's a clear demonstration that you are a clown.
Why?
You mean why?
I mean, I never invoked electrostatic specifically.
What are you invoking then?
You're asking specifically what makes like there be a downward vector.
Specifically?
Yeah,
no,
For
downward
gases to
force.
follow, I said that could be one thing.
Yes, a downward force produces a downward acceleration, which we all know all objects accelerate downward.
Yeah.
It
Changes.
requires the force to do that, right? And if it's
fluctuates.
electrostatics, it definitely can't be it.
But why does the rate at which things fall get affected by electrical
It doesn't.
anomalies and
I would
components in
love
the
for
air?
you to demonstrate that.
It has been. There's been like.
Was that
That's
just something
just a
you? Was
claim.
that something
Give me
you
a
just
study.
said because someone told you that? But you don't
Give me
like
a
you don't
study,
like when
Kai.
people
Any
listen.
study at all.
When people
Mm.
just,
Yeah, give me a study.
just listen to other people.
It was on Telegram. It was like a link. I went and read it.
Who's Telegram?
Oh, that sounds about right. Never be an academic journal, right?
Yeah, it was a link to an academic journal. I think it was Harvard.
Really? Go find
I
it.
think it was Harvard.
It's
Yeah, go
Harvard,
find it.
obviously.
Okay, so I'll go
Yeah, go
find it
find it.
after I present this thing that you did already go tell me to find. So I'm first of all going to show that you absolutely can make a pressure gradient system in a
Oh,
small
this is
container
great. I love
here
it
on
when he
Earth,
does this. You're
but
gonna
it
show
has
it.
to be contained. Okay?
Okay.
Like, so you guys going to retract that statement? or not?
Remember when you did
No,
this
I'm
before?
expecting that you're going to strawman what was asked for, and then I'm going to point out where you're wrong.
No, you're going to go, oh, but we asked for 14 PSI
Yeah,
for
so the
nothing.
question
and that's
asked
also
for
possible. I also googled that. and
14.7
that's-
PSI
And
to
that's also-
0.
Yeah, that can also be done.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so show us that.
So are you saying that can't be done? I just want to make it clear.
No,
What's your
I'm
claim?
asking you to show me a
No, but what's your claim? Are you saying it's not
14.7
possible?
PSI pressure
Is that
gradient.
why you want me to show you? You're saying it's not possible, right?
Everybody's heard the conversation. Everybody can see this and watch it back. So if you
Dude.
think you've got something to debunk what's been
Why
said,
don't you want to
please
stick
show
by
it.
your claim now? Why don't you guys want to stick by your claim?
I'm going to stick by my claim. You definitely cannot show 14.7 PSI up to 0 PSI and a snow globe with a sun in it. That was my claim. Go ahead.
Well, you might be able to in a centrifuge, but then that'll bring the question: is I thought the Earth was stationary.
Nice.
Yeah, the fake laughter. Go show me.
There you go. Wait, which one is
We are waiting.
Wait, I took two. I don't know which one's which. I think that's that one. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, he doesn't even understand
Oh,
simple
it's a bad
Centrifugal
screenshot. It's kind of.
acceleration, so now-
Oh, hang on a minute. You're not showing an experiment. You've just Googled it. Which, whenever
Well, no,
we do that, you just disregard it.
No, but this tells you. If you read it, it says the literal experiment that you do.
Yeah.
So,
So
it
know
takes
what
some,
else
it takes
I
some
can
reading
find on Google?
comprehension.
I can
Yeah,
find
Gladiator,
a frog
so
the
great.
size of a car
Just-
on Google.
Great, Gladiator.
Okay,
just
so
as
that's
I
how
thought
you make.
were
That's how
gonna
you
do.
can make a strong gas gradient in a small container. And then you ask
Great, so now
specifically
your
for
flat
14
Earth dome is
psi.
spinning, yes?
So now you ask for 14 psi.
Jesus.
So that can also be done.
No, it
Okay.
can't.
Well, it says it right
It
here.
cannot
It can
be
be
done.
done. Methods to replicate 14 to 0 psi.
Yeah, what are
gas
those
gradient.
methods?
No, that can't be done.
Hoax flow method.
All because you
what's
find something written on Google. Do you know what hallucinations are?
No, I just know that it can be
You know
done.
how
and Google,
AI works?
Google doesn't know about our just topic
I have a
of
degree in
discussion.
AI. Hello?
Okay, appeal to credentials. Nice. Okay,
Cool.
so
Yeah, I have a degree
now,
in AI,
now,
which means
okay.
that's hallucinations. It'll
Do you
tell
think-
you
can I-
anything.
can
you
I ask
want.
you something?
What do
Gladiator.
you think would happen? What do you think would happen if I Google that same thing, but
You can Google
add the
anything. I can
caveat
Google a
of,
frog the
but
size
if
of a
there's no
Volkswagen, it
physical
doesn't mean it's
containment, what do you
true.
guys think it will say?
I'll tell you what, Gladiator, why
doesn't
don't you
matter
try
what it'll
doing it with a
say.
stationary container?
Yeah.
Show
Sorry,
us,
what?
show us a written.
What do you mean a
Show
stationary
us a written
container?
experiment.
The
A scientific
experiment that you've
experiment.
just brought up has a
Peer-reviewed
centrifuge,
study.
Which one?
which is
There's
where
multiple.
you
Which
spin a
one?
container round at thousands of RPM.
Which one?
Your centrifuge container.
Okay, so
Can
with
you
centrifugal
bring that
forces,
back
yeah,
up?
but, so centrifugal forces again would also be caused as if the universe was rotating around us. This goes back to Mach's principle, which you have to agree to if you go by modern day relativity.
That's centrifugal. Try centripetal.
Same thing. It, does the
No,
same
it's
thing.
not the
No,
same
it's not.
thing.
It would have the same effect.
Why don't you go take a physics class?
because he wouldn't
Okay,
pass it.
so what we've shown is that now it's been maybe about half an hour since I asked for an experiment for your side, and you guys are yet to bring one up. You frantically asked for me to keep bringing ones up. Go and Google it. You guys have not cited one single experiment that shows you can have a gas pressure system exist adjacent to a near perfect vacuum without some sort of
Why don't
physical
you Google
containment.
it?
I literally,
Thank you. Try again.
Okay, I literally told you exactly the thing that you should accept. Your dome.
What?
You
Okay.
believe we're under
We're
a
being
dome.
allowed.
You accept that the pressure at the top of the dome is negligible. Therefore,
No,
that proves it. Thank you very
Listen,
much.
bro. You're saying that you live on a globe where there's
Yes.
a pressure system that exists adjacent to a vacuum without a physical container. I'm saying, can you reproduce that in a lab for me? Can you show me that?
You haven't reproduced anything in a lab.
Okay, so you're begging the question. You're still invoking gravity. Like,
Okay,
this
shall I do?
This is easy.
Fake laugh is crap. Shall I do what you just did and ask ChatGPT if that can be done? And if it says yes, will you accept it?
If it shows a real physical,
You didn't show a real physical anything.
No, as in like it describes one. Yeah.
Oh, yours
Yes, I did.
actually
What do you mean
used
I
the
didn't
word.
show it?
Yours actually used
Wait,
the
so
word
you wanted me to get a
gravity.
video?
Apparently,
Did you want me to get a
Yes.
video of it happening? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
I can't play videos on here, so you'd have to.
I wanted you to do it yourself because you can't use anyone else's stuff. Remember, that's the flat Earth rules.
Oh, like my own actual physical.
Yes, you have to do it yourself. That's
Well,
the
I could.
rules.
I can do that right now.
Oh, you can do it right now.
If I really wanted to waste this bottle of deodorant, I guess.
That's a bottle of deodorant. Is that the same as your dome? Do we live in a bottle?
I'm saying if I had a vacuum, if I had a vacuum chamber, what I'd do
Can
is
I
I'd put the deodorant can in the vacuum chamber. I'd show how the deodorant doesn't go anywhere because it's confined within its container. And I show it how I remove that container.
14.7 at the bottom and 0 at the top?
Available space.
Like your dome doesn't. Like your dome doesn't. Like your Earth doesn't. Yeah. So which one are you going with? Does it always violently fill the available space, or does it not fill the available space violently? Which one?
It does.
Oh yes.
It does.
Oh, so it's 14.7 psi at the top of the dome as well, is it?
No, there's all that.
Oh, so it doesn't then.
Making a pressure gradient. No, I'm saying in an experiment.
Oh, just an experiment, not in reality.
Well, experiments kind of show reality. Do you know how science works? You know, science, you have a
Yeah,
claim.
yes,
and
yes,
I
I agree.
claim. Do you have any
Your
sort of
model isn't
demonstrable
reality.
claim?
That's my point.
Okay. So I've debunked your model. I just completely
have not
debunked the
debunked-
idea.
Have you?
Yeah, that there's no firmament. Maybe we can
Here,
go
let's
for.
do
Okay, you
this.
believe in
Put
the
a strong
firmament
enough
around the moving
gravitational
globe,
pull
and
inside
then I
of
can
a
debunk the
vacuum.
movement,
And then do the
I'll
same
debunk
experiment.
The yeah.
Yeah.
You can't even decide whether your model's got a gradient or not.
Are you guys agreeing that there's a firmament? Because I just completely debunked your claim that
Yeah,
there isn't
I'll
a
tell you what,
firmament.
Gladiator. Let's
You
go
guys
with
still
that.
haven't brought
Our
one single
firmament-
experiment,
our
by the
firmament-
way. It's been maybe
Don't need
40
to bring
minutes.
anything. You didn't bring anything either. All
Well,
you
I
brought
did.
was some
I
stupid.
did, and I
AI
debunked it.
Okay,
garbage.
Gladiator.
You brought an AI overview to
I'll
the,
tell
to
you
the
what.
party.
That was explaining that it's possible and the different methods.
Go back into that AI and ask if it's a globe.
Hey, Kai, I'm actually very interested in Kai, I'm actually very interested in what you're saying. But I have a question. There's something I can't figure out. Maybe you can help me fill in so I can.
Dude, calm down. I can hear your heart racing.
Well, I just want to argue better. So why is there a gradient? Why does the heavier stuff go to the bottom and?
Oh my
not?
god.
Jimmy,
Have you not been here? Why is there a gradient?
Yeah, like why isn't it flipped? Like why isn't the heavier stuff at the top? Why is the heavier stuff always at the bottom?
Because do you think maybe gas is being produced at the bottom and being kept here and being recycled? Maybe.
But there's water at the top, surely.
What a silly question.
I guess I just can't figure
out.
out.
You were all worked up and hyped up to say that. I could hear, like, you sounded like a cute little puppy when you came up here. Like you were so excited for some big slam dunk and it was nothing.
He didn't. To be fair, he didn't nervously fake laugh though, so that was pretty.
I'm just trying to figure out why is it always, no matter how much time goes by, that the heavier things are at the bottom and the lighter things are at the top. Why does that happen?
Are you just talking about everything, or like the pressure system?
Gladiator accepts that there is a downward
just
bias, but he won't tell us what it is because he knows the minute he tries to, will get seriously debunked. So he just says, "I don't."
And
Well, honestly, that doesn't even help him because
what
a
is this? A
downward
1,
bias
2, 3,
reinforces
4,
the
5.
sphere.
Oh,
So
6v1. We got a 6v1 where you still
dude,
feel the need to
Gladiator,
talk.
I can't.
You
Gladiator,
still feel the need to overtalk in a
Gladiator.
6v1.
Can I tell you why it's
Crazy.
6v1? Because flat
I'm
Earth
not
is
complaining.
dead, and nobody wants to come and help you.
That's
If they
why
did,
all
I'd kick the
6
entire
of you-
panel, and I'd have
That's
6
why-
versus me. But
that's
none
why
of you
all-
will come up
that's-
because they're all bitches.
Okay, all right. That's why there's 6 of you.
That's a
obsessively
fact.
stalking
You
this
think I
topic.
wouldn't rather have 6 versus me?
Apart from Doodah and
We debunked
this Don
everything
guy,
you
the rest
brought
of
up,
you,
bro.
I've seen your
We
faces.
debunked everything you brought up. Everything we brought it. We've debunked everything.
You've done
flat
nothing.
Earth-
You
Wait,
went.
I wanna-
Wait,
well,
you
hold
haven't
on,
said a
hold on.
word for the
Definitely
past
have.
hour because I debunked you
Definitely
immediately
have.
when
Wait,
you jumped
Don-
up.
Donald,
you
wait,
muted your
wait,
mic
wait,
immediately.
once again,
But
I feel
your
like I didn't
first
get an
claim
answer.
was wrong because
I
you
wanna-
thought the Earth's atmosphere wasn't
I
rotating
feel like
with
I didn't.
the Earth.
I feel like I didn't
Wait,
get an answer.
hold on,
I completely
hold on,
debunked you on that.
Why is
You
it
muted
not-
your
hang on
mic
a
for
minute.
about an hour and then you
Hang
lied.
on, hang
I
on
feel
a
like
minute,
I feel like
guys.
nobody. I feel like I didn't get an answer. Why is it that the heavier stuff is always at the bottom and the lighter stuff is always at the top? How come it's not inverted ever?
He's going to say electrics, but he won't
Because
say
there's
electrostatics.
Things go
because then
down.
it
I
will get
agree
debunked.
that things. I agree that things go down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why is
I
it the
don't know
heavier
why.
things go down?
Why?
Denser things go down.
Why are denser
So
things at the bottom?
Kai, density is not a force. It requires a force to make something move. Try again.
Yeah. So denser things go down depending on the medium they're in. The actual force that's acting
Doesn't help.
upon it.
Density isn't a force. Try
the
again.
actual force that's acting upon it, I don't subscribe to the idea that it's the bending and warping of space-time. Like,
You
that's
don't
what
subscribe
pseudoscience
to anything if you're a
pseudoscience
flat
to me.
earther.
And that's
so
magic to me.
denser, okay, so
Just
denser
because I
things
don't
go to the
believe your
bottom.
claim, hold on. Just because I don't believe your claim doesn't mean I have to come in and just replace it.
Yes,
I'm
it
cool
does.
with just not.
No, I'm just
because
curious.
I
Like, denser
don't
things
have a
go
burden
down.
to
Fine,
prove anything
fine,
to you guys.
fine,
I'm
denser
cool
things.
with my idea that I don't know specifically
No,
what
no, no,
gravity
no, no.
is.
Don't even.
Fine,
Don't even grant
denser
him
things
that.
go down.
Don't
Denser
even
things
grant
are at
him
the
that.
bottom. Why denser
hold
things
on a
bottom?
second.
Why denser things bottom and not
Bro, this
the
guy
order
needs to
stacked in?
calm down. He's like a rabid little dog.
Right. Matt, I'm going to jump
That's
out,
funny.
mate, because I can't get a fucking word in edgeways here.
Got you,
Yeah,
mate.
maybe go back to Antarctica for another final experiment, and that's why
Well,
2
why
years
not? I'll
on
probably-
from
I'll
the,
probably get
from
more
the
of a
quote-unquote
response out of
final
fucking Hill
experiment
than
Hold on a
to
second.
use
I'm just gonna
X-based
drop-
thing that you'll say is dead. So you think this topic's dead? You went and did the
Yeah,
quote-unquote
drop it.
final experiment, and here you are, like 2 years later, arguing about it.
But I'm not
It's a
arguing
lie.
about
It
it because
wasn't
you
very
can't
final,
explain
was
it.
it? It wasn't very final, was it?
But yeah, you can't explain it.
What do you mean I can't explain it?
All of the
How does
serious,
it work on your
pretty
flat
much,
Earth?
pretty much all of the serious fluffs that was actually your fluff daddies. They've all kind of fucked off now, haven't they? So it was kind
Like
of
who?
final.
Like who?
Like Jaren, like Witsit.
Well, he's still a flat earther. So what are you
Why
talking about?
do you think that the dregs of flat Earth, like angels of shite and Solly, are now at the top? Because
Well,
they was
well, they're still
fucking
flat
nowhere
earthers.
before, were they?
I'm still a flat earther.
You're
Like,
not.
It didn't change anything.
You're not the
Gladiator,
top.
you're the one that's been cockwaffling for the past half hour or so about everything should be a scalable model. So where is Flat Earth a scalable model
Oh yeah,
now?
that's been done.
18,
Yeah, that's been done.
18 months later, where's the
been done.
scalable model that can
It's been done.
explain the observations from Antarctica?
Yeah, it's been done.
Yeah, what?
What?
You're talking about a
Handies?
24-hour sun that's flipped, like inverted, and it follows the
No.
observer depending on where they are towards the edge. It's been done.
Gladiator didn't do his
Rotated
own research.
sunspots with a sun that stays exactly the same size. It
Yep.
never flips.
Yep.
It never mirrors.
No,
the
no, no,
light
no,
is
no.
not
No,
polarized,
no, but the sun
so
is-
it
the
is not a
sun's-
reflection.
No. I'm clarifying. You were there, right? The sun is like upside down, right?
The
what I mean.
sunspots are rotated depending on the observer's latitude. Because I got people from from the southern hemisphere that they weren't upside down. The sun was rotated about
Hold on, I need to
90
go find
degrees
this
from where
guy's
we
name.
were.
Yeah, it's been done. I've said this guy's name a few times. I've got it saved somewhere.
Is it
I think I
Joe
have it.
Hanvey?
Joe Hanvey, by any chance?
So you guys know it.
Right, great. so I'll tell you why that doesn't work then, and then
But
you
he
can
did
go
it.
back
He
to
modelled it. He modelled a 24-hour sun.
Yeah,
from
why
within
won't
the
he?
dome and from
Why
without
won't
the
he
dome.
debate his model with anybody? That's why.
Because I've heard him speak on it like very
he won't debate it
loosely.
with
He said,
anybody that
he
knows
says he
what they're
doesn't.
talking
Yeah,
about.
he said he doesn't enjoy this because the way you guys act is crazy, and I agree.
Gladiator, he didn't model.
Yeah, here you are every Sunday.
Oh no, because I enjoy it. I'm weird.
So you
I just
do enjoy
I-
it.
Gladiator, he didn't model
yeah,
it though.
I find this topic fascinating. I find the way you guys act fascinating. And the more I talk to you guys, the more convinced I become.
No, he's still running from me.
No one's running. No one's running.
Still running.
I thought you said you were leaving.
I'm from the
Oh
south.
yeah,
Joe
I'm just
Hanby
now
could
pointing
not
out that you
explain.
Hang on a minute,
from it,
Max.
that's all.
Dave's really trying to get something out of him here, so just let Dave land his
You got
plane. Come on.
No, yeah. So the Joe Hanvey model that you say explains it doesn't explain shit, because
Why?
Joe Hanvey had a reflection of the sun that was going all the way around the outside of the dome, which
Yeah, but relative to if you were within the dome, looking up, you
if
have
you
your
were
own
within the
personal
dome
one.
on the edge of the dome,
Yeah.
then it would be right next to you at one point when it was in the
No,
south, and
it'd
it'd
do a
be
little circle over
way
top
off on
of
the
you,
opposite side of
and it
the
would never
Earth.
set.
Hang on, how can it not set if the reflection's on the opposite side of the Earth?
What?
I thought you said perspective makes everything set as big when it gets too far away.
Yeah, but depending on where you are, like we now know. Well, I mean, I already knew that if you go to the center, the North Pole, there's a 24-hour sun because I've seen that myself. Well, I thought it was like 23 and a half hours, so I can believe there was a 24-hour. And now we know, thanks to you, there's one in the south, right?
Okay, so if there is if when I was in Antarctica and I was looking south when the sun was south of me and I'm looking at the sun, I'm seeing a reflection
own
according to Joe
personal
Hanvey's
sun.
model.
Yeah.
When
Your
I
own
look in the north,
view of
am
it.
I still seeing the same reflection, or am I seeing the actual sun that's
No,
closer to me?
no,
than
no
the
one sees the
reflection?
actual sun. No one's seeing the actual sun. The
Right,
person
so
in the
we're-
north would see their perspective of this reflection on how it looks to them.
But hang on, Joe Hanvey's model didn't have this personal magic dome that had this hologram appearing in the arsehole of
Well,
nowhere.
no, he
His was
modeled
on
it
a
so
glass
if you
dome.
were towards the edges, simulating like if you were in Antarctica, then you would be able to look up and there would be a 24-hour sun circling above your head because of the way it reflects, and it would be
But
inverted
Joe
as well.
Hanvey's
The
model
little
had
sunspots would be
the
inverted.
reflection of the sun going all the way around the outside of the ice wall.
Yeah.
What?
I
Because
would
you've
not
seen
be able
Joe
to
Hanvey's
see
model.
that far away.
It replicates the observation that
No.
you make.
No, it doesn't.
Hold on a minute.
Yes, it does.
I need to clarify this to Gladiator because I think he's going to pretend he doesn't understand. So I've kind of learned how to speak to him over the weeks, right? So,
Dude, I'm genuinely not disingenuous. Like, I
So
will say if I
Gladiator,
don't
so
know.
please let me tell you. So you on the one hand suggest that we've all got our own personal sun with our own personal sun dome. The observer is seeing the sun
It's
in
an idea.
different places, right?
Yeah, it's just
Joe
an idea.
Hanvey's model does not demonstrate that at all. It has the sun going around the entire outside of the dome. So how can you say
the
that
light
that
he uses is, but it's the apparent sun we're seeing. That's what's important.
so why are you using Joe
He's-
Hanvey's model then?
Because he modeled the apparent 24-hour
That
sun
doesn't match
himself.
your belief at all. So
Yes,
why
it
are you
does.
using it?
What do you
No,
mean
it
What do you
doesn't.
mean it doesn't? What do you mean it doesn't match my belief? What's
You
my belief?
believe that we all see our own personal sun in our own personal
Okay,
position.
okay, listen. He obviously has a light source that he's making these lights from. The actual light source we're talking about is the reflection that's being like it's not even just reflection. There's another word for it, but it's being inverted, and it's an apparent sun based upon if you were in that. He sets a camera up from within it. If you're in that dome on the edge,
He does
you
not set
have
the camera
a,
up in it.
You have a view from what it looks like.
No,
there's a little.
Joe Hanvey does not set a camera up inside the dome.
Okay, so you
He
guys
sets
just
it up on
haven't-
the
you guys
outside
have-
from the other side.
Wrong. Just wrong. And you say it so confidently.
So just shouting wrong is your rebuttal to
Because
that.
you're just wrong. And like you're just
Dude,
saying
we're all familiar
where's his
with
personal
Hanvey.
dome?
Okay.
So is it a personal dome or is the sun reflecting off of the entire big dome that goes all around the edge?
No,
Which
no,
one?
no, it's two separate things.
Yes, and you're
Very separate
you're using both of them. So pick one.
I'm saying that the actual sun that you see, that I see, that anyone sees, no matter where they are, someone in Australia, doesn't matter. We all see an apparent position. No one's seen the actual position. Where
Yes.
the light source is actually truly coming
Okay,
from.
what does that have to do with what I just asked you?
So Joseph Hanvey has modeled that when you're in the south or the edge, quote unquote, right? You can have a 24-hour sun go over top of you based on reflections of an outside of a light source from beyond
So
the dome.
as Dave just
And you can
asked,
set up layers,
Model
you can
that
set up
you could
multiple
have a
layers
sun
to it
if
as well.
if you were inside a
And
fishbowl.
You can have it what?
Operation Fishbowl.
Joe Hanby modelled that you could have a 24-hour sun going around you anywhere when you're in a fishbowl. So why is it we only get this 24-hour circling sun if the fishbowl is on the North Pole or way off in Antarctica, but it doesn't happen in Ecuador?
Yeah.
Because it's based on how it would reflect off a curved dome.
So not...
Yeah, it'd still be above the curved dome and going around the curved dome, so still showing a reflection on the curved dome, but somehow there's not a 24-hour sun anywhere apart from the extremity.
I've seen it with my eyes. I've watched these videos with my eyes, right? And the sun,
all seen
the
it.
sun doesn't change angle
It's
size,
still full of shit.
and it does a circle, right? He's showing it. He's modeling it. No matter what you say,
even
it
you
isn't gonna
don't
stop me
believe
from
you're
seeing
winning
that.
this argument, do you?
You know what the other problem is with the Joe Hanby model? He modeled
everything.
It's yes, obviously. He has to invent a superfluid helium ceiling and put a mirror on top of the dome.
Oh yeah,
and the other big problem is that he just it's a reflection of the stars in the north to the south.
Yeah, he's done the star
which
trails
is
as well.
Not what I see. It's not what I see. They're completely different stars.
No, he's done the star trails. He's done the star trails before. I don't know about the specific like star constellations. I haven't seen him do that, but I mean,
I see them every
we're
single
talking
time.
about one guy.
You need to link me to
It's
the
like,
model.
you guys,
yeah, you
but
guys.
you guys, like I keep,
Yeah.
you
You're
guys
not
knew his
done
name.
anything.
You guys
Yeah.
knew his name before I
You
did. So it's
guys-
like, how can you guys not go and just do this research?
Because we have.
debunked
That's why we're destroying you on it.
Trying to get to the
You're
point
not just,
that, like,
all you're saying is
We're absolutely
it doesn't
crushing
work.
you on it because we've all seen his model.
You haven't said specifically what is wrong with his 24-hour sun.
Well,
okay, I'll tell you one thing
What
that's wrong with this
specifically is
24-hour
wrong?
sun idea. Then
Specific.
His
It's
24
not
hours-
Pacific. It's specific.
I said specific.
His 24-hour sun is saying that the sun is a reflection, right?
Mm-hmm.
Here's a little physics thing about reflected light, Gladiator. When sunlight reflects, it gets polarized. In Antarctica, I used the polarizing filter to test if the sun that I was seeing in the sky was polarized, and it wasn't. So I proved just with that the sun we saw in the south in Antarctica was not a reflection. It was
Reflecting
an
off what?
actual light source.
Reflecting off what?
And you can that all you like.
Reflecting off what?
Jaren burnt a paper. Jaren burnt a piece of paper.
What do you mean reflecting off what?
with a
You're the
magnifying
one
glass.
that's saying the sun is somewhere up above and we're not actually seeing that. We're seeing a reflection of the
how do you know
actual
what-
sun
but
on our personal dome.
You don't know what medium it's being reflected through.
It doesn't matter what
collimated
medium it's
through.
being reflected through. Whenever light reflects, it gets polarized. I tested it. I took reflected sunlight. I looked at reflected sunlight in a glass window, not only in Antarctica, but in Chile, and photographers do it every day all around the world. They use a polarizer to take sunlight glare off water and off windows. I tested it in Chile.
Sunlight.
It makes the glare disappear when you do it against the window.
What about
It
the
doesn't do
actual
it.
sun? Like that's the only reference we have. We only have the actual sun. You're talking
No,
about
no,
the
no,
reflection
because
of
according to
sunlight.
you, the sun that I'm not seeing, the sun that I was seeing in Antarctica was not the actual sun. It was a reflection of the sun on my
It's your
personal
actual
dome.
sun. Yeah. No, it's not a reflection off your personal dome. It's a reflection off the dome that we're
Right,
enclosed
fine.
in.
Reflection off the dome, personal dome doesn't
No, the
matter.
the
It's a
personal dome
reflection,
thing you're getting
so
mixed up
therefore
with
the light would be
is
polarized.
Neither
how
dome
we kind of see
exists.
the
So
world
what
now.
difference does it make?
What if it exists?
Neither dome exists.
Well, I think we pretty highlighted how science requires it. You guys still haven't cited a single experiment that shows how we're not in a dome. You guys
You're
can't show me
citing
it.
unverified magic domes here to explain a
No,
light.
no,
that
we've
would
since diverted
still
off
defy
because
the laws of physics
You
because
guys
the
could
light
never
is
provide
polarized.
one single tangible experiment down here
Dave,
on Earth.
do you mind? Dave, do you
couldn't
mind
do
if I
one.
take this for a second? Kai,
I'm jumping out anyway, mate. I need to get going.
Okay,
Yeah, that's
Dave.
perfectly
Cheers,
fine.
mate.
Can I come on your next Antarctica trip?
appreciate you, Dave. So
Yeah, go ahead. You can say it's a dome. You find me the dome in
I'm
Antarctica,
joking.
and I'll be a
No,
flat
I'll tell you
earther,
what. If
alright?
you set up get Elon Musk to send some people to space, I'll be on that for sure.
So,
Of course,
so
you will,
my,
and you'll still say it's a fucking projection.
Well, I wouldn't.
Yeah, you
If I
will.
went up there and there was a globe, I would obviously say it was a globe. That's ridiculous.
I came on to ask you why pilots account for the rotation of the Earth, but you'll probably say that's some bollocks to do with the sky moving as well.
Hey man, just let me know about that Antarctica trip. Come on, man.
Okay, so deflect away from the pilots. Good call.
You're the one that was leaving.
Oh, I'm sorry, I had to leave. I did try to
Well,
talk
who's
to you for a
deflecting?
while,
Don't
but you
call
kept
me. Don't say I'm
talking over
deflecting
me.
then. Just go sort out that Antarctica part 2. I think we need to do it again. Since it
I've
clearly
already
didn't
been there,
work,
mate.
did
You're the
it?
one that
Well,
needs
you
to
could
go.
go with me. You could go with me and Jaren to Punta Arenas. That is
He won't.
something affordable.
I'm good.
We're going in
He won't do
December.
anything ever.
Well, it would do nothing for me. It wouldn't prove it either way.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
ultimately,
Oh, seeing the
I
sun,
think
all
that
you do is
looking up at
deny,
the sky
deny,
doesn't
deny.
prove anything. But
seeing the
that's just me.
sun to your south while it's over the head of people in Australia, and you see that the sun is barely below the horizon in Punta Arenas, that wouldn't be. That just destroys any flat Earth model you can possibly think of.
Yeah, if you think the sky has a direct correlation to the ground, okay.
Just a quick here. We got to the guy. What was your name? Drills. Sorry. You wanted to speak, didn't you? Hold on. So I've just got this here. So Riley says, so the actual sun is inside or outside the dome?
It could be outside. It could be within it. There could be multiple layers to it.
Wherever you need it to be for that particular observation.
Well, I'm just not going to say where it actually is.
So Kai,
Like
just
the
out
way
of
that you
genuine
would say it
curiosity,
actually
like-
is 93 million miles away. I'd never say that.
Well, Kai, that's why we're doing an internal critique of your view. Like, if you had to venture to guess, because it can't be both, because there's one sun. So is it below or above this like firmament thing?
Within it.
It's within it, right? And the sun is expelling light into the environment, right? Because it's shining, right? It's producing light and it's expelling it into this environment, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So when light interacts with molecules, it carries energy. Interaction with said molecules raise the kinetic energy of these particles that the light interacts with. Now, if we're under a closed volume, under a closed structure, we can use Gay-Lussac's law to relate how the pressure and temperature interact with each other under this volume, because it's a constant volume. Now, in Gay-Lussac's law, the pressure is proportional to temperature. So when the kinetic energy of these particles constantly increase, because light's constantly being expelled from the sun and is interacting, that temperature has to rise, and coincidingly the pressure has to as well. Now, what happens when pressure constantly builds up inside of a closed volume? You would see the water, the air, and the rest of the atmosphere of the Earth and everything that's enclosed in this firmament structure fry, because the energy has nowhere else to go.
So you're saying that we'd fry if we were in it?
Yes, we would fry nearly instantaneously.
Like a pressure cooker.
Yeah.
Like a pressure cooker.
Why wouldn't we? You're laughing, Kai.
Yeah.
I know it's not a real
Because we live in an
laugh,
enclosed cycle. Like everything works in a cycle. Everything gets
A
reproduced.
cycle?
Yeah. Where does it go?
More ad hoc. That's interesting.
Yeah. Where does it go? Where does
How is
all
that an
the
ad
heat go?
hoc? There's obviously a cycle down. Is there a water cycle? Is there a sun and moon cycle? Is there a temperature cycle? There's obviously a cycle. Like, what are we talking about? So the idea that it would just get hotter and hotter and hotter, like the energy in the Earth isn't going into different places, it isn't being reproduced in like do plants absorb energy and turn it into different stuff? Yes, of course.
What's that got to do
So-
with anything?
Because
Zero
you're
irrelevant.
saying
Because guess what that does? Nothing.
what? Your argument is like if we're in like an enclosed system, if we're like, because you're thinking we're in like an oven or something.
Yeah.
Kai,
We don't know
when
what
plants
the ferment's
photosynthesize. Hey Kai, when plants photosynthesize, what do they produce? More oxygen, right?
Yes, I know the stuff, but yeah.
Right. And when that oxygen interacts with more light molecules or with more light, what does it do? Raises its kinetic energy?
Okay,
More
and then
temperature,
what?
more pressure? You don't get out of it.
And then
Because
what?
it doesn't
Then
have
what
anywhere to
happens?
go.
But then where does it go?
Under your model, I don't know where the fuck it
No,
goes.
but where does it go in your model?
So,
where does it go in your model?
So the Earth is not a closed system for energy.
Where does it
because
go
the
in your
Earth
model?
Radiates energy out into space.
Yeah, we radiate. Yeah, we
Because
also
it's
think
not a
energy
fucking closed system.
energy could also radiate out from here. You're thinking it
How?
goes a literal
How? To
like
where?
glass ceiling or something.
How?
I think
To where?
the medium above us that also radiates
medium
energy
above
down
us?
to us.
You don't think
You know
there's
there's
a
any
glass
there's,
ceiling?
you know
How
there's
does it
any
break
wait,
through?
wait, wait,
How does it break through the
You know
firmament?
there's energy coming down to us as well, right? Okay.
What kind of energy?
Well, people say there's like the sun will shoot energy, like solar energy or whatever, right? there's a solar storm that will affect us down here. So it's back and forth. So obviously, this
you don't have
barrier
any idea
between
what
us.
solar is. Yeah.
Obviously,
You
this
have no idea
barrier
what solar
between
flares are
us
either.
isn't. You're thinking of it like an actual like metal barrier or something that nothing could pass through. Like no, obviously it's not that. Obviously, it's where
How do
energy
you know?
can escape.
Wait,
Well, I don't know.
if it's not enclosed, why doesn't the gas just escape?
I don't know. Like, how do you know the sun's 93 million miles away? You don't. You just. believe
It's
it.
measured.
No,
That's
because
very
because we can actually use radar ranging. We could use radar ranging.
You can shoot a radar. You can shoot a radar at the sun.
And you don't believe it, so why ask how we know if you're not going to believe?
No, because I think the method that you would go about it is based on so many assumptions, and you're not getting an actual.
So
You're assuming
similar
that
to the
space is a
assumption that there's a
vacuum
dome
and-
with a personal dome and a sun wherever you need it to be, and all of that bollocks.
But I'd never say it's proof. I'd never say it's proof or something. I'd never say I know that the firmament is 90 million miles away, or 50,000 miles away, or 10 miles. I don't know.
Yeah, you don't know anything. We know
I
that.
know that you can't have a pressurized system exist adjacent to a near perfect vacuum without physical containment. And it's been maybe an hour now.
And we've already established that you don't know anything about that because you can't explain how there can be zero at the top.
There was maybe 6 different people on this panel. Not one person could give a single experiment. Not one.
Yeah, but you
Very
remember,
telling.
just
It's
remember
very
that.
telling.
I'll tell you what's very telling. Just remember what you said as this goes. You contradict yourself constantly. It's quite funny, and that's why I keep talking to you because it's hilarious. Because you, on the one hand, you're saying the pressure must violently fill the available space, and then but other than when it's in the dome, then it doesn't have to do that. It can all stay at the
It doesn't
ground.
have to do that. Yeah.
Well, no, it does. That is what happens.
Gladiator,
In
so the
every
pressure-
example other than your dome, yeah.
No, I'm saying demonstrably.
yeah.
Demonstrably, the gas fills the available space. This does happen.
Other
really?
than on your dome.
The pressure at sea level is 1 atmosphere. The pressure at the top of Mount Everest is
yeah.
0.3 atmospheres.
I know.
That's a 70% difference.
Because there's
Why
other
is
forces
the
acting upon it.
pressure-
There's other forces acting upon it.
So it's not violently filling the space.
Yeah, but it still
then.
needs a container.
It's not violently
still
filling
needs
the
a container.
space. Why? It's not containing anything.
Okay, show me gravity.
There's no pressure up there.
Show me gravity containing
no
a
pressure
pressurized
up there.
system without a container.
There's no pressure up there. Why does it need
show
to be
me-
contained?
Hey, bring me. You know, links. Bring me a stick of links. I think they call it axe in America. Bring me that.
Yeah, that's
with-
weird, isn't it? Why do they call it axe in America?
It's disgusting. It's
Yeah.
disgusting.
Links Africa. You bet you get that for Christmas, though, don't you?
Africa one's horrible.
Everyone
I
does.
haven't had links since I was like 17. But you cannot bring me that. I want Links Africa. I want that specific one. You got to bring me it without its container. You got to use gravity.
Do you understand that
Can you
request
bring me a
is so
bucket of
unreasonable?
electrostatics?
Exactly. So you can't do it. So you can't.
Can you just
No,
give me a
but
bucket
let me
of
explain
just
why.
bring me a bucket?
You know why it's an unreasonable request? It's because your whole worldview is
No,
unreasonable.
hold on.
And it's not based in
Hold on,
reality.
hold on.
That's
hold on.
why.
Hold on. What was your downward bias again? What was your downward pressure? What was your 9.8 meters?
Well, no, I know things fall at 9.8.
Yeah. So what? Due to what? Due to what?
That's
Due
a
to
lie.
what?
I don't know what specifically I can say.
So whatever it is, go and give me. Go and bring me a bucket of it. Whatever it is, go and bring me a bucket of it.
A bucket of electrostatic, sure.
Yes, go for it.
Sure.
Please go get that.
Yeah, I'll bring you a magnet.
Yeah.
Can I take the next line?
Hang on, but earlier on you said, hang on. So Drills brought something up earlier, and you said you didn't claim electrostatics. Now you do.
Now you do.
It could be something. I'm not saying that's what it is.
Earlier on it got debunked, and you said no. I never said that. And now that you need to bring me a bucket of it, it is that. Oh yes, very honest.
I didn't invoke it for that specifically.
So Kai, you
just borrow
did just
power
make Kai just now. You made a specific claim that you don't think that things fall at 9.8 meters per second squared. You did just say that,
I said
right?
I said they do on average, but it fluctuates.
By how much?
Wait, it fluctuates.
By how much?
It doesn't matter. It fluctuates.
That matters significantly. How much? Kai,
Does it or does it not
Kai,
fluctuate?
is it like 1 meter per second squared or like 0.5 or
Not much.
anything
Not
like
much.
that?
Not much.
You don't know?
Tiny amounts.
Because
tiny amounts.
at the
Okay.
equator versus at the
So it
poles,
fluctuates.
it deviates by
0.04
It's not
meters
just
per
that.
second squared.
It's all over the Earth. It fluctuates, and it fluctuates based on like.
No,
other,
but where it differs the most is at the poles versus
Okay.
at the equator.
That's cool. I never made that claim. Stop putting claims on my mouth.
Well, guess what? I
said
did.
that it fluctuates.
Don't make many claims,
by
do you?
Okay.
an infinitesimally small
But
amount.
you tried a little gotcha, like
Zero
oh,
relevance.
you think that it doesn't fall at 9.81? I was like, no. I said things do fall at 9.81,
Wow.
but it does fluctuate.
So Kai, things fall at
try.
9.8 meters per second squared, and then something falls at 9.78 meters per second squared. Holy fuck! What a difference.
So it fluctuates.
So, and is that due to
So
electrostatics?
why is gravity?
Yes or no?
Why is bending warping space time fluctuating?
Is it electrostatics? Yes or no?
Oh, that's very
Is
easy.
it bending warp? Is it bendy warpy space time?
Yes.
Yes.
But that's very easy. It's because the mass...
Can you show me bendy warpy space time affecting something in a lab,
very
and then
easy,
I'll show
Gladiator.
you electrostatics affecting
Oh
something
my
in a
god.
lab?
Can you stop with the incessant barrage of questions?
So
I
you
want to answer your previous question. Why does it fluctuate? It's because the mass of the Earth is not constant. And they use, PhD Tony, for example, uses those fluctuations to find minerals in the ground. There's multi-million-dollar industries built on the fact that this is true.
He doesn't care about that.
And Kai, specifically with looking at what you quote as warpy, bendy space-time, we actually look with telescopes out into space and we observe gravitational microlensing, which occurs when light is bent around very massive galaxies.
Yeah, gravitational lensing.
We observe
isn't
those with extremely high
exclusive.
precision.
It's not exclusive to like relativity. You know that, right?
Of course it is.
Of course
it is. Okay.
Why do you say things
What
like
else?
you know that right when you don't know yourself? Why do you say that?
No,
That's
maybe I'm wrong. Yeah,
ridiculous.
maybe I'm wrong on that. Maybe I'm wrong on that one.
Yeah, you're wrong about a lot, Kai.
I don't think you've been right once yet today. Right, so
So maybe if I go and
well,
research this,
I don't think
if I go
so.
and research this, and it comes back,
you don't
completely
research
debunked, then
anything,
what?
so I'm not worried.
That's just not true.
So
It's not
you,
true.
What? So you call typing something into AI
So-
overview research? Is that what?
So drills invokes an observation, which is not a science method. It's just an observation.
Right.
He invoked an observation as proof of the bending and warping of space.
Hey, what's the first step of the scientific method, Kai?
Kai's teacupping looking it up. Right, Kai, so I'm going to do
Don't
these
make
super
me get the
chats.
crickets out.
I'm going to do the super chats quickly. So 3 Ron. Is that what his name is, Max? I don't know what this bloke's
Yes.
called.
3 Ron.
So Gladiator, bring me a piece of the dome and a video of you collecting the piece of the dome, or shut the fuck up, you moron. That's basically what he says there. And then Kango is here. Oh my God, where's he been? So Kango says LIGO shows bendy space-time in a lab. Cunt.
Yep. And the construction of LIGO even debunks flat Earth because LIGO is straight but not level.
And billionaire Jim here, who's just super chatted again with another 5, says someone needs to tell this ass hat we have solar probe at the sun right now. The distance has been measured. Parker solar probe. He's just going to dismiss that, isn't he? So that's kind of irrelevant.
Yeah, we'll just dismiss that.
Cheers.
Nothing can be in space.
Cheers, billionaire. It's a wasted effort because Gladiator takes the position that he doesn't have to prove anything ever. And he just says no to everything. This is the same guy, by the way, that a minute ago, 10 minutes ago, was saying that we've all got our own personal sun, then evoked Joe Hanvey's model, where we don't all have our own personal sun. So that's the seriousness of
He
this
tried
debate.
the Witsit catchphrase. Falsification is independent of replacement.
Yeah, but
Replacement and data.
I want to echo it one more time. He was discussing how he was quote debunking gravity, and he invoked, by definition of the term, electrostatics. I then debunk him of why electrostatics can't be true. He then says electrostatics can't. I never said electrostatics, claiming that I didn't fucking use my ears. And then just 3 minutes
I specifically
ago,
said that the downward
again.
electric
This
bias.
guy is flip-flopping like a goddamn pancake.
No, you're just terrible at this. I said there was a downward electric bias. I didn't say electrostatics.
Yeah, do you know the
Oh, you did.
magnitude of that electric current is 10 to the negative 12
Okay.
amperes?
I don't care. It's there.
And
It's measurable.
It's measurable that you don't care.
Okay.
It only
so I
goes-
didn't invoke electrostatics when you went and shared your
Yes,
screen.
that is electrostatics, dummy. And you know the other thing? That downward
Well,
current
yeah, I mean everything's
stops-
electrostatics, right?
Can I finish a sentence? that downward that downward current stops at 50,000 meters, so it can't be gravitational or gravity. Nice try though.
I'll laugh.
So Kai, electrostatic
I'll laugh
is
for
everything,
you.
but when I show you what electrostatic,
you say
so
the laughs.
So let me get this straight.
Just
You just said
wait.
electrostatics
It's good,
is everything, and then when I show you debunking
Yeah,
electrostatics,
do anything to
doesn't
prove
exist.
the bending or warping of space time. Okay.
Yeah, gravitational microlensing, LIGO.
What, looking at
LIGO.
light bend?
I ain't done
But
this
the
shit.
light can bend in many different
Yeah.
ways, right? Yeah. So you think it's bendy warpy space time? That's okay. You had a prediction with relativity, and it was off by like a lot. I think it was literally like 90 something percent.
I didn't predict
What is it
anything.
now? In
You're
what is
talking.
it in
You're
today's?
talking on the galactic scale. You have
Yeah,
no
in
clue
today's
about this.
cosmology, isn't it like 95% of the universe is dark matter and dark energy? That's crazy. 95%
That
of your
still
model,
doesn't change
you can't
it.
even
Even
define
if
it. You can't even see it. 95% of your
Even
model,
if
you
you're
can't
right
define
about
it.
that,
You can't see it.
even-
You can't grab it.
Gladiator.
It's just a theory.
Gladiator. Even if you're right about that,
Calm down,
the Earth is still a
Gladiator.
globe.
I can't hear you over the music. Sorry.
Yeah, you can.
Even if you're
Calm
right about
down.
To be fair,
dark matter
to-
and dark energy being wrong, the Earth is still a globe.
yeah. To be fair, that
Stationary
is the
globe,
aim of
baby.
science. Hold on, Kai. The aim of science is to produce falsifiable hypotheses and theories.
Yeah. Relativity
see
is
where they succeed,
unfalsifiable.
and see where they succeed and see where they
Yeah.
fail.
So it failed,
right?
and they
So
didn't throw
when-
it out.
Hold on.
So your
hold
theory
on,
is
hold on,
unfalsifiable.
Kai, I wasn't done talking. When
I don't care.
relativity succeeds in predicting the perihelion precession of Mercury, when it predicted the exact
It does.
deviation
It's
of
wrong about
of
95% of the
a
universe.
far starlight around the sun during the 1919 solar eclipse, when these measurements were done, which vindicated general relativity, we had good reason to believe that it was a valid picture of reality. Then we
Okay.
take more observations, and then when we understand that there's something else going on with galaxies, it doesn't make GR any
The
more
rest of the
incorrect
universe.
than when Newtonian gravity was incorrect when it couldn't explain
It's
the
the-
phenomenon that GR eventually did.
The whole universe is off. Your theory is off. It's wrong by 95%.
That
Yours
doesn't
is
change
wrong.
the shape of the Earth.
Fact.
Yours is wrong by 100%. What about that?
Okay. Do you know how? You know what would make it not be that wrong for like the dark energy example? Like the only reason we have to invoke dark energy is because we have to go. Oh, the universe is constantly expanding because
Well,
when
it
we
is.
looked out.
Because it is.
Yeah, because it is.
Whereas
Because
you,
it is.
whereas you have to say, "Oh,
Yeah,
we've got a
sure,
personal
but I just say
dome.
that- I just
Oh,
say
we've
that
got a
the Earth's
personal dome because we
stationary.
have
I just
we
say
have."
that I just say that the Earth's stationary as we observe.
You got a
it, so we
personal
don't have
dome
to
on
invoke the idea that it's expanding in
We
every
got
which direction.
because the sun's
You guys had to come up with this ad hoc explanation
You have to
because you made
continuously
observations that
Oh,
fitted
well,
the
it's not that
geocentric
hard.
model.
So because the
All
sun,
of your
because the
observations
sun's never
fitted the
anywhere
geocentric
where it
model.
should be, according to you, you have to invoke a personal dome that just puts the sun anywhere you need it to be at that moment for
So
everybody.
your model was wrong by 95%.
So the personal
Fact.
domes are absolutely ridiculous and a stupid claim and pathetic. Yes.
I'd like to point out that Gladiator can't defend the shape of the Earth, so he has to talk about stuff he has no
I talked
clue
about the shape of
the
the Earth for
universe.
about an hour and a half on it.
Yeah, but now you're sidestepping the conversation and saying, "But what about this?"
Do you think
So that's
maybe
just
you're
what about
afraid
this?
to defend the idea that we're moving? Because you know you can't do it.
Oh,
No, we
I've
can't.
had this
No,
conversation
Kai.
with you numerous times. I'm giving you we're not moving, but we're still a globe. So now
Why?
I
Wait,
can
why?
give you a demonstration
Serious
of the
question,
Earth moving
serious
right
question.
now.
Serious question. Why are you completely cool with that aspect of it? Like, what in your mind?
'Cause I
Like,
couldn't give a
what's the
fuck.
difference between the two?
Yeah, because it serves zero relevance to the conversation.
Of course it does. The topic. Well, your model says that we're a ball that spins and
No,
revolves around
Kai,
the Earth.
Kai.
I'm saying that we're not a ball and we don't move. So
Kai,
yes.
Kai, the claim that the Earth is a sphere and the claim that the Earth is moving are two different claims.
It's part of the
There-
same model. It's all
There
part of the same
was
model.
a whole 1,500 years
part of the same
of
model.
astronomers.
Yeah, it was
who
part of the
thought
same
that
model
Earth
that we were
was a
taught.
sphere,
There we go. Hang
who
on
knew
a
that
minute.
The Earth was a sphere.
Yeah, we were taught the same
And that
thing.
conversation.
We were both taught two things. They didn't just teach us when we
Gladiator.
were 5 years old.
You know,
that it's a ball. They
you know,
said it was
Gladiator.
moving.
You know, Gladiator's got an origin story. He was just like us once, and then he decided he was going to debunk the globe. And he
Yeah,
tried to
because
do it,
everyone
and he
believed in
couldn't.
the globe.
Right, hang on, I've got
No,
a super
that's not
chat
my
from
origin story.
Mr. Jingles. Matt, I can't believe you fell for it all. He's a Poe and a troll, and he's been doing this for years. Same posh voice and girly laugh, different name.
Posh voice. I'll say that. I've got a posh voice.
I love the way that you
means
took more offence to posh voice than girly laugh.
That means that's basically saying I sound well educated, right?
Like
If
you
got a
was
posh
voice
voice.
offended by posh voice, but not girly laugh.
It's nice. I love. I'm saying it's a compliment. I'm taking it as a compliment.
What,
He's basically
girly
saying I sound
laugh is a
educated.
compliment.
The posh voice part. The posh voice part.
You are very similar to gas pressure. Has anyone ever told you that?
Well, I guess he sounds like me. I think I
No,
remember
he
him
argues
on
like
lives.
you. Ridiculous.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I think I remember him on lives like a few years ago. But
He was on.
I don't really see him
He was
much.
like daily a few months ago. You must have seen him. Gas pressure. Spurs chemo.
I mean, I only got back into this topic like it was after that Artemis disgusting mission.
No, it wasn't. You
Because
was talking to
I
fucking Blitz before that, weren't you?
No,
Can we
I didn't.
talk about that
like,
for a second?
I hadn't talked about, or really looked at, like, I didn't give a shit about this topic for like a good few years. Like, I didn't look into it. Like, I just put it to the back. I only got back into it because I was like, oh shit, they're saying they're going to the moon, and then I saw they were faking it again, and I was like, oh my god.
Oh, okay. So
And then
I
I got
have
obsessed again. Yeah.
I have 5 friends that were at the rocket launch. One
Okay,
of those
that's
friends,
good.
after let me finish.
care about
You're very eager. You're going to get dumped on, but okay.
I've heard this same thing over and over. I'm not denying the launch. No one denies the launches. No one
And
does.
if you would just let me finish, then we could actually discuss my argument and know what
Okay.
you think my argument is before hearing it. Okay. So they were at the launch. My friend Icy Spin, he filmed the launch with his phone, filmed the phone filming the launch with his mental glasses, while my other friends were filming the launch with telescopes. Two of
It's a
them,
waste
two
of
different
time because
friends,
no one
two different
denies it.
telescopes. Stop.
I'm gonna say that they
Now,
wasted their time.
Astronomy lab. Stop. I'm not done. When you'll know I'm done when I shut up.
Okay.
Then Astronomy Live went to his house using his own math. He said the rocket launched this way, it should be there, pointed his telescope at the sky, and lo and behold, there was the rocket going to the moon. Then he did that the same night on a live stream, pointed his telescope with his own math at where the rocket should have been based on the information he acquired himself, and tracked it all the way to the moon and back. That's
Okay.
on his YouTube, Astronomy Live.
Okay. So,
He's a friend of mine.
so again, it's an argument that I have heard, that we've all heard a million times. It's you're just saying, well, I know
I
someone
only
that was
heard
at
it
the launch.
900,000
Great.
times, to be
No
fair.
one is denying the fact that they do launch stuff. Cool. And then you say, oh, well, someone tracked it. Okay, what are they actually tracking? Are they actually looking at a capsule shoot around the moon? No. You're looking at a light in the sky.
Yeah.
Right?
Lights in the sky don't prove the
Do
shape
you
of the
see-
ground.
okay,
that's
do
what
you
I say.
see this light come from behind the moon at any point?
Yes.
You see it come from behind the moon?
Yes.
No, you don't. Show me. Pull it
I
up.
told you that he tracked it all
Pull it
the
up.
way to the moon.
A video,
and back.
of this capsule coming from behind the moon. Pull it up, or the light.
I do it.
Pull it up.
Okay, you're about to get so cooked.
Okay. I don't believe it.
Hilarious.
Who's
I
bringing
don't
something
believe
up?
in
Hilarious.
this. I think they shot someone. Oh, they shot a rocket up, and I believe there's
So,
there's something
that is
up there that
1,
people could track.
2, 3, 4,
Hang on,
5
I've got
live
to bring you
streams
up.
on Astronomy Live's channel.
Wait, what's this channel?
Artemis
Because I will
Burning.
actually go and look through this.
No, you
Astronomy Live. I said it like 10
What's it called?
times.
Astronomy
Astronomy
Live.
Live.
Yeah. Okay.
Astronomy Live. Yep.
I'll look through it.
They're tracking
You know the thing?
it
I'm
with
lying.
his
I want to believe this stuff. I'd love it if they did go to the moon. It would make me feel a lot better. Like way better.
That's bollocks.
I just think they're lying.
You like
It's not bollocks. Why would I think about it? Think about it. Why would I want them to be faking it? It's so scary.
Because
when
then you get to
Because
feel
it
like
makes
you've
you
got
feel
special
special.
information. Yeah, exactly.
No,
That's the same reason
look,
anyone's a
think-
flat earther. Oh, they didn't fool me. I'm special.
Well,
Yeah.
no, I mean all flat earthers think they were fooled. So it's actually more of like a are humble enough to go, oh, we got
Humble?
duped, like we got tricked bad. Well, yeah.
I've never seen a humble flat
The
earther.
act,
To be fair.
well, I'd argue that the very act of like stepping back and being like, I was completely wrong about something is a humble thing.
Do you think all flat earthers are humble?
No, of course not. There's some absolute dickheads like
this.
Guess,
like when people say things like this.
I've always felt that I've been put on here for something great.
That sounds very humble.
Yeah, but we all think that. Like, I think that.
But you think you were put here for something great?
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
This is your greatness, is it? They're getting destroyed for 3 hours on a panel.
No. Well, you think I was getting
When
destroyed.
are you going to start the grating?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I won't become
a movement with his greatness.
Yeah, like most people who think that obviously don't become great, do they? But like everyone, at least when they were a kid, thought they were going to be special. But then it's just like when you get older, most people begin to think, oh, maybe not. But some people hold on to that feeling, and like, and when people see people hold on to that feeling because they can't hold on to it themselves because they think they're not special, they get annoyed.
Well,
so it's
Kai,
it seems like projecting from you guys. Really.
Kai. So I'm living proof that someone who is very interested in science can grow up, get an education in science, and become an astrophysicist, become an astronomer, become a physicist.
Denying that? Who's denying that?
You're just saying that the most
Dude,
of us
you're like
who are
10 steps
educated-
behind the conversation every time you chirp up. You know that, right? Like, you're bringing up something no one's even denying or talking about. Like, you're just trying to flex something. Like, no one cares, bro. You went and got indoctrinated. Nobody cares.
mate. Bouncy balls, mate.
But maybe try and keep up with the conversation. No one's
No,
denying
mate.
that you can go and get an education and become an astrophysicist. No one's denying that.
Yeah.
No, mate.
Except people with an education can do those things. They can do active research.
So maybe change the subject.
So do you think that to be informed on a subject you have to have a degree?
Just gonna piss around now and play silly,
Do you
sounds.
think that to be informed on a subject?
So maybe change the subject.
You guys are getting cooked.
Can you do
5 times?
What?
Can you do violated by gas?
Yeah, I'll do it. Hang on. This is Kai.
Sounds like cognitive dissonance to me, mate. Violated by gas. Violated by gas. It doesn't have lips.
Doesn't have lips.
Nice.
Oh,
Right, on that note, I think I'm going to
but
shut this down
okay.
because Kai is too. He's shit. I'm shitting myself from him now. He's about to destroy us, so I'm going to leave before he does. Cheers, everybody. Thanks to the panel. Thanks to YouTube, etc. And I'm going to adios for now. See you later.
Hope you enjoyed your vacation.
I did. It was,
Good to have you back.
it was good. Thanks, Max. See you later, mate. Oh, right. Let's get this back over here. Jesus. Like, that is the only person that will speak to me, though. That's the sad thing about it. I know everyone's frustrated. Drop him, get rid of him. He's a power. He's this. He's that. Is anyone that'll fucking come up? I think sometimes people don't realise that just because people are fucking stupid doesn't mean they're pretending. If he's, I'm not saying he's not. Like, sometimes I really don't believe him at all. And I think you can't be that stupid, but I'm just not sure. Like, everyone used to say the same to me about gas pressure. Confirm. Let's get that off the fucking screen. But yeah, I'm just, I don't know what to think with these people. He is the only fluff. He is. Right, let's do some Tron, shall we, on the way out of here? Why not? Cheers, everybody. Thanks for all of your support. I read everything out. I did, didn't I? Yeah. Thanks for all of your support, and I'll see you during the week at some point. Cheers.
Down by the shore, there's a bloke named Tron. Tron Bob Squarehead, and his brain is gone. He's 150 years, still acting like a kid. Says the world is flat like a pancake lid. Gray mustache, drooping, pitiful and thin. Looks like he gave up trying to fit on his chin. Cube-shaped noggin, all edges and pride. Talks big nonsense with a stare that's fried. He points at the sea like, look, it's a line. But the only thing flat is a stupid design. He struts in a circle, then trips on his claim. Every fool in the harbor knows his game. Tron Bob Squarehead. Tron Bob Squarehead. 150 and wrong in the He wears that dusty grin like it means something deep, but his facts are cheap and his eyebrows leave. Gray mustache twitching in a soggy breeze, like a half-wheeled mop with delusions of ease. He shouts at the gulls, "You can't prove me wrong!" Then gets lost in a puddle all day long. He's built like a box and thinks that's profound, just a loud little clown with his head upside down. He swears he's the truth in a hat that's stained, but the whole damn village hears the same old refrain. When the tide rolls in and the laughter starts, Tron Bob Squarehead falls apart. Tron Bob Squarehead, bum bum bum. Tron Bob Squarehead, bum bum. 150 and wrong in the head, bum 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 bum. Tron Bob Squarehead, Tron Bob Squarehead, Tron Bob Squarehead. What a joke with a cube on his neck, a bum bum. He's a relic, a riddle, a busted old line, a grumpy old square with a slipshod mind. Gray mustache quivering, shoulders all slumped, all mouth no clue, and a worldview flumped. Tron Bob Squarehead, Tron Bob Squarehead, Tron Bob Squarehead. 150 and wrong in the head. Tron Bob Squarehead, Tron Bob Squarehead, Tron Bob Squarehead. What a joke with a cube on his neck. Tron Bob Squarehead, Tron Bob Squarehead, Tron Bob Squarehead. A gray mustache, cube head, threadbare cred. Tron Bob Squarehead, Tron Bob Squarehead. He's a punchline in a hat, not a threat.